Hello and welcome everyone to another session of Danganronpa 2 as we have reached chapter 4 and things are starting to feel a little familiar as we have gotten locked in like a strawberry funhouse room that's we can't get out of until somebody dies. And that seems unfortunate. Got all this first person stuff and got Strawberry Hall here. Still figuring things out. Meteor Green, thank you very much for the Tier 1 subscription, 35 months. Congrats on beating Future Redeemed. Yes, I have finally finished all of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 after more than a year. It's ridiculous. Game audio is tad low. I did blow it quite a bit just because the game tends to run high. So let me up it a bit. Yeah, no, the mind's definitely blown. That was a hell of an ending. I don't want to get too into it in case Amy's watching, and don't want to spoil anybody else. But wow, that's the best way to put that. Just wow. Yeah, I'd say your name makes sense. As a 7th founder. Honestly, it puts me in the mood to just play the other Xeno games. It's been years since I played Xenogears. I've actually never beaten any of the Xenosaga games. I own all 3. But, yeah. Of course, I love X. Jaden Buck, thank you very much for your Tier 1 subscription. 10 months now. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Sheesh. That is a rough week there, Cat Evie, but hopefully it's all better now. But man, yeah, I've never beaten Xenosaga. I got it when it first came out and I enjoyed it, but the length of the cutscenes wore me down. Streamathon for next year, yeah. Let's see. CPW saying, with a first-time chat, by the way, thank you so much, saying, did you know that part of the joke with Gundam is that the last name Tanaka is a very common name? They kind of pointed that out at one point, but yeah, I didn't fully realize that Tanaka is a the Tanaka is super common. How many points does a sub give you, if I may ask? I don't know. I'm not sure on that one. I'm not sure how many channel points you get as a subscriber compared to a non-subscriber, as far as that. Doubles the rate. Okay. That makes sense. But yeah, last time we got here, we were just more exploring, getting things figured out, and just getting things, seeing what it's all about. I know Nagito has already cast suspicion on us that we might be the traitor since we don't remember anything. Alright. But yeah, if everybody can hear everything just fine, hear the game just fine, I think we'll get started here. Okay, breakdown is shown in the subscription unity for point increases. That's good. All good there. Excellent. Yeah, I don't know what we're in for. I'm assuming we're going to be able to make it to the next murder by the end of this session. That'd be my guess. Seems pretty reasonable. And we'll see what happens. So yeah, let's check out the Strawberry Hall door. According to the map, Strawberry Tower is on the other side of this door. Yeah, there will be strawberries. Oh god, I forgot about it. So, that reminds me with Nekomaru here. Two things that I thought I had some time to ruminate on and give my thoughts. One, I don't like Nekomaru. I liked him before. Maybe some people thought he got more personality as a robot, but I don't know. I liked him already. It just kind of takes away from him at this point. I don't know. It's just not as good. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it's just something I've been feeling ever since he became a mech. It's a shame. Maybe it's just as how he's treating the fact of being a mech. I don't know. It's just something feels off. The other thing I thought of that I can't believe I didn't think of it at the time with the whole thing with Mikan. So Mikan was talking about the only person that ever treated him nice and whatnot. And I thought it might have been Girl E. Might have been the corruption. But then I realized, like, oh my god, it's so obvious. She likely got corrupted by Junko from the last game. That's like, it has to be Junko in that case, right? It has to be. Claxon with the 250 bits. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Saying, I've been pretty busy lately. I'm going to get much busier, but on the bright side, after the spring 2024 semester, I should be done with my game programming certificate. I'm also the main programmer in my college's game development club and the only programmer on my specific team. It's run much like an official company with smaller staff, so you can imagine how much time that takes. Yeah, wow, that's a lot of responsibility, but congratulations. That's awesome. Well, it's what I mean, Jacob, is that it was Girl E before Girl E got murdered. I don't know. Obviously, don't tell me, but that's just what I was thinking. Oh, no worries, soy sauce. And thank you for the congrats on this the Future Redeem finish. All right, now that we got all that out of the way, let's see what we're in for. There's no doorknob. There's no way we can open the door like this. Maybe you just have to press the button that's next to the door. You know, the one that has open written on it? I wonder what that means. It's funny. It's spelled just like the word open. See, Nekomaru got stupider after he became a robot. I don't know. Meme guy, I thought I was at 10. Oh no, we always begin our streams at 9 Eastern. Wait, seriously? Huh? Anyway, I just have to press this button then. Nekomaru raised his right arm and vigorously slammed the button more times than he needed to. So this is Strawberry Tower, huh? The building is shaped like a huge circle, plus the ceiling is so high I can't really make it out. Jeez, more of these bright red decorations. What terrible taste. Huh? Well, with a name like Strawberry Tower, I guess those terrible decorations are intentional. That's right, this is Strawberry Tower, right? Then why do I see something that doesn't match the strawberry theme at all? It is a bit freaky. Does Nekomaru even have a brain? I don't know. I don't know how much of him is left as a human. They seem to imply he's full robot rather than a cyborg. Came just in time for the best Danganronpa. Man, everybody loves this part, apparently. Along the tower floor, there appear to be many lights built into the floor, illuminating the wall. The lights are all red. I see because of these lights, the walls and interior design of the tower look red, and with the lights, they're able to create the designs on the wall. However, because these lights are shining on the walls, the ceiling is pretty dark, and I can't really see it. On both sides of the door in the far back stand two huge pillars. Perhaps, without thinking, I turned around and checked behind me. Just as I thought, there were pillars, or gate posts, I almost thought that said grape posts, on both sides of the door Nekomaru and I entered from. It appears they're standing face to face with the other pair. Huh? Let's check the door. Hey Ryan, how's it going? Derek is anti-Terminator. It's okay to be anti-Skynet, but Terminator's crossing a line. I'm okay with Terminator. I don't know. Nekomaru is just losing something for me. We'll see if my opinion changes as time goes on. There's a huge door at the far back of the tower, but there's a grape image on it. I thought this was Strawberry Tower. Wait, this image. Doesn't it match the one on the lounge phone and also the one we found near the first floor elevator? Perhaps this door might be the exit. Huh? Exit? Huh? Take a look at the map we received from Monokuma. I see. There's a door at the far back of Strawberry Tower, but nothing is drawn on the other side of that door. Now, doesn't this mean that the exit is on the other side of this door? Therefore, we must try to confirm it by opening this door. Nekomaru let out a battle cry, grabbed the doorknob tightly with both hands, and attempted to pry the door open. However... What does this mean? The doorknob won't budge, not even one bit. Is it locked? Well, shit! It appears to be locked tight. In that case, I shall use my full power. With a fierce roar, Nekomaru put all his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands. But Not yet. Here it comes. The incredible strength of 1 million horsepower. Wait, isn't it creaking? If you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. That would be bad. So, shouldn't we discuss this with everyone else before you attempt to force your way through?
I see.
You have a point.
Oh.
Very well then. Even though the door would have opened soon, I'll give it a rest. Then let's go back to Strawberry House and discuss this with everyone. If they'll listen to what I have to say, that is. Alright, well that's that. Extreme door opening. I beat Abzu today. Very cool. You always win Mario Party, Ryan. Every time, I swear. Is it just me or does it seem rowdy by the elevator over there? Did something happen? What the heck?
You fiend.
Where were you, I swear, making the an overlord wait?
Close.
Very well, but this won't happen a second time. Hajime, were you safe? Apparently Monokuma has something to say, but I have an odd feeling about this. I only have a bad feeling about this. Rare that we get to walk amongst them like this, all of them. Apparently Monokuma has something to say, but he's not going to tell us until everyone's together. It's probably something terrible again. Terrible. It'd be much better if it was just terrible. Claxon, thank you very much for the 100 bits saying, since I've been so busy, I wasn't able to ask, but what did you think of the previous chapter? A lot of people don't like it, but I think it's actually really well thought out. I knew the culprit and somewhat figured out the motive right away, but I couldn't figure out the exact method. Also, I'm glad to see I wasn't the only one confused by having to grab the truth bullet to Killer's mistake and where to fire it. Yeah, honestly, it's a weak. I agree, it's weak. Mainly because they don't explain it. Like, she realized the truth and she decided to kill, Ibuki, and then Hyoko happened to come upon it and get a second. We got a second kill. It just feels like a poor motive. I don't know. It just felt unsatisfying it by the end. Is Fuyuhiko all right? I think he was trying to flirt with me. You think that was flirting? Apparently Monokuma has something to say. He's glaring at the bathroom with eyes full of abnormal malice. Is he really that upset that he can't take a shit? Apparently. Did you tell Akane what you wanted to say?
Damn right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she didn't want to hear it, but I'm the only person who could say it. Hajime, I was waiting for you, you know. Huh? Why were you waiting for me? Monokuma said he'll be presenting something when everyone is here. Monokuma said that? Well, let's talk to Monokuma. Not knowing her precise motive is supposed to add to the overall mystery of your lost memories. Yeah, I get that, but it's also just like... hopefully they'll explain it later about why Ibuki. I don't know, it just feels odd. Yo, how you guys doing? It's been a week. I'm trying to remember how I did it. Were you able to get a general idea of Strawberry House's side? A general idea of Strawberry House's side?
Huh?
Strawberry House's side? That's a strange thing to say. It sounds like there are other buildings.
Of course.
Of course. That's why there's this thing called a contact elevator.
Let me ask.
Contact elevator, you say?
Hey!
Even though it's an elevator, it's a big mistake to think that moves vertically. This is an elevator that travels along a rail, so even moving horizontally is easy as pie. Then, does this elevator go to a different building?
Yep.
That's right, to Grape House.
Huh?
Grape House?
Hey,
The Fun House is an enormous building that's made up of other buildings.
see ya.
Well, we can worry about the details when we get to Grape House. I'll be going ahead.
Huh?
I don't really get it, but he just wanted to tell us to go to Grape House this time, right? And that we must ride that elevator, right?
Are we screwed?
Oh, Vanilla the Rabbit, thank you so much for the raid. How are you all doing? What were you guys playing? We are in the middle of, looks like, oh, Pokemon Puzzle League. Excellent choice. Very excellent choice. But yeah, we're in the middle of Danganronpa 2. We are towards the beginning of Chapter 4, exploring our new location and getting that all set up. So if you're concerned about spoilers at all, do be forewarned because we are, in the neck of it. So there's definitely spoilers abounded for things that have happened earlier, just as far as who's died so far, for example. So just want to give a heads up for that. But I do very much appreciate the raid, and hopefully you had fun playing Pokemon Puzzle League. That's a great one. I love Puzzle League. What should we do?
Show some spirit.
We just have to go for it. The only way we can overcome this situation is to make a move.
I mean,
But still, what? You scared?
of course not.
Ah, hell no. What are you saying? Why are you saying that in front of Miss Sonia? Fine, I'll frickin' go. I'm not scared at all. I don't know if they're as bad as Kazuichi, but I do have a bad feeling about this. But we can't just stand here and do nothing. All right, let's go. When I pressed the great button next to the door, it immediately opened. Oh, beat very hard mode. That's impressive. Good job. We stepped onto the elevator and off we went to Grape House. Got to reuse this asset, apparently. Amazing. Is this already moving? If so, that'd be awesome.
So,
Hey,
I mean, it's not vibrating at all, right? This is probably a really high-performance elevator if it's not vibrating all that much. Maybe it's not actually moving. All right, let's open the door and make sure.
Must not.
You cannot. That is too dangerous. Pallet swapped elevator. Yeah. After staying inside the vibration-free elevator, eventually the door in front of us suddenly opened. It appears we've arrived at our destination. So this is Grape House. No matter where I look, everything is plastered with grape patterns. I was already fed up with the strawberry patterns, but this is also unpleasant.
Welcome.
Okay, welcome to Grape House. Now then, allow me to explain the Grape House. Octagons. Ta-da! This is Grape House in its entirety. So, let's start explaining the first floor. Aside from the fact that there's no final dead room, it's basically no different than Strawberry House. And just like how there's a Strawberry Hall over there, there's a Grape Hall on this side. And when you go through the Grape Hall, that means there's a Grape Tower. The second floor of the Grape House is the same as the second floor of Strawberry House. I prepared 5 guest rooms of different types, along with a relaxing lounge. But the main attraction of Grape House is obviously the third floor, the Monokuma Archive. Everyone loves the Monokuma Archive. If you want to know about my proud accomplishments and contributions, feel free to study the literature here. Oh, I'll definitely look at everything. Hey, Zelda Gift World, how's it going? Now then, this concludes the tour, but I believe it'd be difficult to understand if I just explain with words. So you should all use your own 2 feet to check out the inside of the building. That's all from me. Any questions? I'm starting to get hungry. Where's the food anyway? Huh? Is that necessary? What are you saying? Of course it is. But it's supposed to be an escape game, so how can there be any tension if there's no time limit? So I've decided to use your stomachs as the time. Oh my god, they just found a way to make a Kane kill crazy. Oh no.
don't tell me.
What do you mean?
In other words,
Well, simply put, it means kill someone before you starve to death.
lies.
What the heck? If you're planning to kill someone, I highly recommend you make your kill as soon as possible. It'll be too late if you get so weak you have no energy to kill. Hey, hold on.
What?
Starve? Damn it, how much more of this do we have to take until he's satisfied? Oh, Klaxon, thank you for the gift sub going to Zelda Gift World. Thank you so much. Yeah, that is a heck of a motive, that's for sure.
I don't want that.
No way, that's the one thing I don't want. I don't mind starving as long as I can eat. Just let me eat already. Oh no. As soon as she learned there was no food, she was overcome by hunger. Obsessions are truly annoying. But at least try to stay calm. Now is not the time for you to panic.
Hey,
Oh, Mr. Klaxon giving a gift up to the mean guy as well. Thank you so much. Jeez. And yeah, he really intensifies the pressure here. No kidding. Well, being loud here isn't going to help us, so for now we should explore the inside of this building too.
Right.
After all, if you don't give up, you're sure to find hope. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko? Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Jeez, Klaxon, another gift sub going to Mr. L this time. Thank you so much. Holy cow. Oh, they'll be able to drink, they just can't eat. Then let's get started. The same pairing as before is fine, right?
Hey.
Hold on, this time around I really want to pair up with Miss Sonia.
Like,
She already left with Gundam. Looks like you're being avoided, not just rejected. Oof, ouch.
hey,
Kazuichi, I understand you're feeling down, but we better get going.
damn right.
Akane, you too. How much longer are you going to stay shocked? Come on, let's go. With heavy steps, everyone left to explore Grape House.
Then
Now then, where should we start? Well, since we're on the first floor, it might be okay if we start with Grape Tower.
I see.
So you're saying that you're going to start with the most suspicious place. Alright, then let's start with Grape Tower.
Show some spirit.
Anyway, let's find the exit. Damn it, there's no way I'm going to let myself starve to death in here. Yes. Statue of Best Girl. Oh, ogre. Not cool. Poor Sakura. What is this muscular bronze statue? It's probably an ornament, but it doesn't fit the ambience at all. Ah, there's a name written on here. Huh? Ogre? Does that mean it's a statue of an ogre? Why is it wearing a sailor uniform? Poor thing. What do we got here? So there's a bathroom here as well. Regardless, I still cannot shit. That's the only downside to this body. The only downside. Your optimism is praiseworthy. Hey, holding up there, Akane.
Get pumped up.
Look at that statue. I'm starting to feel a little excited. But why is there a statue like that in a place like this?
I'm gonna do it.
Wait, is this the creature? Is this creature inside this building? I don't think so. This is probably in the hall just to garnish it.
Huh?
Garnish? You mean like a food garnish? Is this food? Is it tasty? It's not food. It's just a decoration. Akane versus Sakura. I'd say Sakura. I'd say Sakura would win that fight. She's going feral. Yeah, no kidding. Starving us seems like a pretty straightforward for Monokuma. That piece of shit. How dare he pull such a dirty trick on civilians? He's all honorable now. It's crazy. Nekomaru versus Sakura? I'd still go Sakura. Grape Tower is beyond this door, right? Just like at Strawberry Hall, I only need to press this button.
Show some spirit.
Alright, leave it to me. Nekomaru raised his voice and vigorously slammed the button more times than he needed to. Huh? It's not opening. Huh, that's weird. When we were at Strawberry Hall, this should have opened.
Huh?
Don't tell me it's out of order. Find time for it to break down. Well, it obviously shouldn't. Huh? Did you hear something? And that's when Nekomaru started shouting. The heck? The door opened. But what was that pause just now? Why didn't the door open right away?
I see.
So this is Grape Tower. The structure of this building doesn't seem all that different compared to the Strawberry Tower. Yeah, you're right. The building is the same circular shape and the ceiling is just as high and hard to make out. However, this wall is green. Strawberry Tower's wall is red. Well, speaking of different, there's something blatantly different over there. Anything new to say? No worries, Chris Truck. Ah, nose is itchy. Sorry. Let's see. The lights are all green because of these lights to look green. With the lights, we're able to create designs. However, because these lights are shining on the wall. Pretty dark. Okay, nothing really new. On the Grape Tower door at the far back, there's a strawberry image on there. A strawberry door inside Grape Tower? That sounds complicated. It's like the opposite of Strawberry Tower. As I recall, there should have been a grape image on the far back of Strawberry Tower. So on the strawberry side, there's a grape door, and on the grape side, there's a strawberry door. That's even more complicated. However, this time, this door might connect to the outside.
I see.
It's obvious by looking at this map, since there's nothing beyond the far back door of the grape house. If so, the only thing we can do is try it.
Hold it.
Hold it. I heard that what you guys were discussing, but it'd be pointless to even try, I think.
What?
What did you say? Before we get to that, why are you here, Chiaki? Weren't you with Nagito and Kazuichi? It's exhausting to be around those two. So you ran away. Sweet! She prefers us to those two. That's at least something. Looking means you're watching but not actively chatting, but also earning channel points. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
That door doesn't lead outside. I think it's pointless to even try it out. Definitely. Definitely, you say? It's rare for Chiaki to be that certain. I have a good reason for that. I think I found out the secret of the funhouse's structure. The secret of the structure?
want me to tell you?
Want me to tell you? Do you want me to explain it to you? Well, pay close attention to each house's relationship to its respective tower.
Hey.
First, try to remember the first floor of Strawberry House. From the elevator, the Strawberry Hall is on your left-hand side, right? And if you walk along it, you'll end up at Strawberry Tower, right?
See?
On the other hand, Grape House. From the elevator, Grape Hall is on your right-hand side, right? And if you walk along it, you'll end up at Grape Tower, right? Now, here comes the main point with those two buildings.
Whoa!
Ah, so you were here all along. Dang it, Kazuichi! Hey, Chiaki, don't go running off on your own.
Hey,
You disappeared so suddenly, I was worried about you. Kazuichi, Nagito.
you...
Thanks to your disappearance, I was left all alone with Nagito.
Man,
Huh, was that annoying for you?
that's right.
Hell yeah, it was. I don't want to be alone with a creep like you.
This is troubling.
I see, so it's not just Hajime. You don't trust me either, huh, Kazuichi? Hey, you okay? Are you okay? Have you stopped trusting other humans?
Shut up! Shut
Well, yeah, thanks to you, bastard.
Huh?
Oh. Huh? Oh, you all came. Good timing. Good timing. We didn't have to waste any time gathering people. That was quick. I thought your investigations would take more
Oh,
time.
yeah.
There aren't many areas to search, and we didn't find any good clues. Right now, the only thing I found out is there's seriously no food anywhere. This ain't funny at all.
Damn it!
I heard that it's super painful to die from starvation. Before that happens, why don't we, the hamsters that Gundam carries around?
You insolent fool!
You imbecile! What are you applying? I'm sorry.
Was close.
Kazuichi, you should be grateful to Sonya. If you'd gotten your hands on my 4 Dark Devas of Destruction, your body would be incinerated by hellfire.
Hey.
But are the hamsters going to be okay without food?
I shall engulf.
Fortunately, the flowers blooming in Strawberry House's indoor park are cursed flowers from Hell's Garden. As long as those seeds are there, the 4 Dark Devas of Destruction shall not lose a single hit point. I am relieved to hear that. Now then, let's listen to your reports and see what you guys have found. Personally, I'd rather let Chiaki continue her talk, but oh well, I should listen to what everyone has to say.
Now then.
Is it fine if Gundam, Fuyuhiko, and I represent our teams and give the reports?
Damn right.
Yeah, I don't mind. Rejoice, mongrels. I've discovered something that you fiends will be happy to hear about.
Of course!
Yes, our team's discovery is number 1. We shall not lose. I think their priorities are off slightly. Yeah, the hamsters will be fine. Well,
Damn right.
I'm sure the others already know, but let me tell you just in case. The second floor of the Grape House also has guest rooms similar to the ones on the second floor of Strawberry House. But instead of being covered with strawberry patterns, they're covered with grape patterns. Also, like the guest rooms, there's a similar lounge here as well. There's also a phone in the lounge too. However, instead of the grape button that was on... Excuse me. Instead of the grape button that was on this phone in the Strawberry House's lounge, there's a strawberry button on the phone in the Grape House's lounge.
Now then.
Now, I'm just guessing at this point, but it's possible that we can use those 2 phones to communicate with each other.
For sure.
So the picture on the button shows where each phone connects to. Yes, that's probably it.
Lies.
This ain't funny at all. There's seriously no food anywhere.
Ooh.
Instead of talking about food all the time, how about you try finding an exit? Exit? Is that tasty?
Oh my.
This chick, even the inside of her head is full of drool.
Now then,
Allow me to give you a brief report.
someone like
Since I'm the one who made this discovery, it's just as important as I am.
no good.
Which
at
means it's not that important at all.
all. Hey, bastard.
Just hurry up and say it already.
Um,
Well, it's about the 3rd floor of Grape House.
see?
Do you remember what Monokuma said about a Monokuma archive on the 3rd floor? I actually tried to go there.
Jeez.
Like the name suggests, it's an archive full of stuff about Monokuma. Oh my god. It reminded me of those celebrities who build their memorial houses in their hometown. Then it looks like we don't ever need to go in there. Ever.
Actually,
Also, I found a lost child at the Monokuma archive. A lost child?
what?
Huh? Where did she go?
Hey!
Hey, don't just hide. Come on out. Hello. So the lost child was you. Right? That's how people react, right? Well, I had a general idea of how you all would react. It's okay. I won't be depressed anymore. I'm used to being treated so poorly. How sad. It's so sad to get used to it. She seems a little tense. Did Monokuma bring you here as well, Monimi? Yes, I'm so ashamed of myself for getting carelessly tricked by him. I'm a failure as a teacher. I have no right to guide everyone. Nobody here considers you a teacher to begin with. Who's the sassy lost child? But I'm honestly happy that you're here. Huh? Hey, are you a complete stuffed animal? Is there any part of you that you left that's still rabbit meat?
No.
I'm expected to be food? Okay then.
All right.
Now then, I shall present to you my discovery.
Let me tell you.
I will let you say such nonsense like, I forgot. Monokuma said it himself before we arrived here. He said that there are ship parts in the funhouse. Could it be? Kazuichi, you lowly humans. Fall to your knees and show your gratitude to me, the overlord of ice of the destroyed world of death. Feast your eyes on this. Behold, a motor. It's a ship part. Based on its extremely small size, isn't that... That's just a radio-controlled toy.
Fine.
Allow me to tell you a little old story. I was born as a result of a union between a human and a demon, and my existence was shunned by both races. Perhaps it's because nobody has ever brought me a toy before, but I believe this is truly remarkable. I'm not asking about that. You mean the ship part you found was just some radio-controlled toy?
Loser.
You totally got tricked. I never said a single word about the ship being real. Stupid, idiot, moron. So a human and a woman. Oh god. Looks like we don't even have the strength to get upset. It might be better if we leave him alone for a while. So it was definitely a waste of time to believe Monokuma. If so, what he said about our student profiles might be a lie too. But our situation is getting so grim that I can't really focus on that right now.
Hey.
That was the last report, right? Then is it okay if I go now? This is what you mentioned earlier, right? About the structure of the funhouse?
Let me ask.
The structure of the funhouse?
Well,
Poor Kazuichi, yeah. Well, I've come to a conclusion. The grape tower that we're in currently and the strawberry tower that we were in earlier, I think they're actually the same building. The two towers are the same building, you say? I see. What makes you think that?
see?
Their positions.
Well,
Inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is facing the elevator, right? But inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is facing the elevator, right? And if we think about it and put those two together, the two towers are the same building and each house connects to the center. That's the building structure that comes to mind. What? Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are the same building? But that might be a possibility. Come on, take a look at that door. Isn't that strawberry image the same one that's on the elevator and telephone? Then, in the same way, wouldn't that image on the door also be showing where it leads to?
I see.
If that's the case, it would mean that Strawberry House is beyond that door with the strawberry image on it. As well as the opposite, the grape door that was at Strawberry Tower would lead to the Grape House. Meaning we opened the Grape Hall's door when we came in here. Meaning, depending on which door we use, this tower changes to either Strawberry Tower or Grape Tower. Wonder where they're going to lead with this. Which means, when you look at the other side of the Grape Hall door that we used to come in here. Yep, the great picture should actually be on here.
Hey.
Then all we got to do is confirm it, right? If we can close that door from the other side, that might be impossible. Impossible? Why? Well, Hajime and Nekomaru were the first ones to enter Grape Tower, right? What? What's wrong with that?
Well,
When you two entered Grape Tower from Grape Hall, didn't it take a little while for the door to open after you pressed the button? Huh?
see?
So, just as I assumed. How do you know? When I was walking around by myself, I went back to Strawberry House for a while. I felt like there was still something I missed when suddenly, the Strawberry Hall door automatically closed in front of me. The door automatically closed? And afterward, no matter how much I pressed the button, the Strawberry Hall door wouldn't open. But why?
Perhaps.
The doors to Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower must be designed so that only one can open at a time.
See?
I mean, if both doors opened at the same time, we'd easily find out that both towers are the same building. If that happens, it wouldn't be a funhouse anymore, right? Yeah, it's definitely some sort of setup about the murder. The body is absolutely going to be found here, and it's going to be something odd. I don't know. Then the reason the Strawberry Hall door automatically closed in front of you,
So what I mean is...
was it because we opened the Grape Hall door? When that happened, the Grape Hall door didn't open because it was waiting for Strawberry Hall's door to close. If you think about it like that, it makes sense, right? Like, you're saying all this hard stuff I don't get, but aren't you forgetting the most basic problem? The color of the walls in the Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are different, you know? There's no way they're the same building.
You don't know?
You didn't notice? They're just lights on the floor being shone on the wall. By reflecting a colored light onto a white wall, it makes it look like the wall color has changed. Then what about the picture on the floor? Is that different too? Maybe the floor is just a screen and the picture is being projected from beneath the floor. In fact, when you look at it closely, it's not a picture that was actually drawn on the floor.
Got it.
Oh, I see. Then it's safe to say they're the same building, right? But this is a very important problem, so isn't it better if we test it out? Test? For example, we should leave something behind here, and we'll go to Strawberry Tower.
Right?
And if it's still there, we can conclude that they're the same building, right?
I see.
Want me to stay then?
Hold on.
No, that's impossible. There's a sensor preventing that. Huh? Sensors?
Huh?
Don't you feel it? There are countless sensors plastered all over the tower's walls and floors. Why can't you notice them? I'm more surprised that you actually noticed them. My guess is that sensor can probably detect any movement within the tower. And when it reacts, it prevents the door from opening. I knew there'd at least be something like that. By the way, how good is that sensor's performance? It's quite high performance. It seems that it can even detect your heartbeats and breathing patterns. Then it'd be completely impossible for someone to stay behind.
Hey!
What about Nekomaru? He's a heartless robot. I have a motor running inside me. It's as good as any human heart. But if you're in sleep mode, that function will come to a stop too, right? Like you said, if I cease all functions with sleep mode, the sensor won't detect it, but... Do you need to go that far to test it? I won't tolerate any robo-prejudice. Sorry, you're right. This chapter has your favorite investigation section. I'm very curious. And also, Loyal Dingo, I've heard that Octopath Traveler 2 is really good. Eventually I'll get to that one. Eventually. And once I enter sleep mode, I will not regain consciousness until the goodnight switch is pressed again or if my chest alarm goes off. I'm a little concerned about being left alone in that state.
You insolent fool!
It is far too dangerous, even as an experiment. It is possible that we might violate the laws of robotics.
Hey.
Then why don't we just use this? My student handbook. I'll leave this handbook here and we'll all move over to the Strawberry Tower. And if by chance the handbook is still there, we can safely say that the two towers are the same, right? You're right. Let's try this. We left behind Chiaki's handbook right away. Then we left Grape Tower and made our way to Strawberry Tower. Lots of experimenting.
Hey.
Anything worth talking about?
Jeez.
$10, the handbook will be gone? I don't know. How'd you say?
Well,
Guess we'll talk and just see what everybody's up to. Why'd you create such an ugly looking building? Like I said, it wasn't me. Well, you know, it already existed back when it was an attraction at the amusement park. But Monokuma was the one who modified it like this. It's all his fault. Making it sound so easy. How much time and energy did he put into modifying a building like this?
Hey.
Okay, I think we're just going to get a lot similar. Wow, we're down to 3 girls and 5 guys. Definitely going to be a guy death.
I see.
I must say, this elevator is rather quiet. It's like the Toad's... It is like the Toad's wart. Oh, wait, never mind.
hey.
Toad's wart? What's she talking about? It doesn't feel like we're moving extremely fast. It seems it's moving very slowly. If so, the 2 houses might be surprisingly close. If 2 towers are connected in the middle, the distance between them shouldn't be that much. Alright, let's head over to Strawberry Tower. Hey, Gundam.
My name is Gundam Tanaka.
God has been wiped out by my very own hands.
Hey.
Alright.
Stay back.
Wait, step aside, you fiends. What?
Emissary of evil. In accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Go, my 4 dark devas of destruction!
Supernova Silver Fox Sandy. Press the button. Truly, this is the Skyline Lamentation art of the Demon Mouse. Soon the door of destiny shall open. Wow, amazing. Your hamsters are truly skilled.
So you have...
I see. Your eyes managed to follow Sandy's movements. As expected of the Dark Lady, you have my praise.
Amazing.
Amazing, truly amazing. You must have a strong, trusting relationship with them.
Thank you.
Oh, that's the most adorable he's ever been. I mean, yeah, screw you, Kazuichi. Definitely a Gundam and Sonya over him. Just as I thought, it's taken a while to open. Considering what we discussed earlier, the sensor will confirm that nothing is moving inside the tower, then wait for the other door to close. At that moment, I heard a loud sound from the other side of the door. Oh, there it is.
My.
Look over there. The moment we set foot inside Strawberry Tower, Sonya raised her voice. When I looked where she was pointing, it's there, the handbook. It picks up on life signs, I just realized. So the body's going to be in here, and it's going to be trying to figure out which room they came from, which side they came from to kill somebody. Huh. Yep, there's no doubt. This is my student handbook. If the handbook Chiaki left in Grape Tower is here, then that means... it seems that we've confirmed it.
Yep.
Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the same building. And depending on whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, the tower becomes either Strawberry Tower or Grape Tower.
Huh?
Then that door over there with the grape image on it.
I see.
It's not the exit, but it appears it's connected to Grape House's Grape Hall.
This is troubling.
But it also means that we have no idea where the exit is.
Hey,
Well, I guess that can't be helped. There's no way we'd actually find the exit that easily. Well, anyway, I'm surprised. I can't believe you already uncovered a secret like this. As expected of Chiaki, you are truly amazing. Normally all you do is stare into space, but at times like this, you really pull through for us. However, why was this building designed so strangely?
You're so evil.
There's probably no reason. It's simply because it's a fun house. Klaxon, thank you very much for the 150 bits. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, since I wasn't here at last stream, I couldn't tell you, but I did see the VOD. When Sonia mentioned not being a virgin, virgin can also mean someone who hasn't tried black magic rituals. Since she has a hard time understanding cultural differences and has a love of the occult, either definition is possible. Yeah, Kazuichi definitely thought of the other definition though. I think most people do in that case. That's all the reason Monokuma needs. Who are you again? I'm Monami. How did you forget? Why did you forget about me? That reminds me. Whatever happened to the Monokuma announcement?
Huh?
What do you mean? According to my internal clock, it's already past 10 p.m.
Oh my.
Huh? Is it that time already?
Damn it.
Despite that, why hasn't there been a Monokuma announcement?
Monokuma!
Allow me to answer. Every single day up till now, I have consistently let you know when it's morning and night on this island. And thanks to that, you've been able to live a normal life. Did you guys mistake me for some kind of pretty alarm clock? Ah, well, it's totally true that I'm pretty, but... Hey, what are you trying to say? For the time being, the Monokuma announcements are on hiatus. You can't go outside, and there are no windows here, so it's not like it matters if it's morning or night. Also, I've been thinking of a little something to replace the Monokuma announcement.
I don't like this.
What's wrong with him? Well, if there's no announcements, we can just look at the clock. Both Strawberry House and Grape House have clocks in their first floor lounges. Even if I don't look at a clock, I have my internal clock, so it's no problem for me anyway. And it's already past 10 p.m., right? I'm starting to feel sleepy after hearing that. Since we don't have food, it might be better if we rest and conserve our energy.
Hey.
For now, let's just decide on our room assignments. Room assignments? Each house has 5 guest rooms, so we should first decide who's going to stay in which house. Why don't we make things simple and split them between the boys and the girls?
Yes.
Yes, let us do that.
Man.
That's a bummer, but, well, I guess it makes sense.
This too.
Then ladies first.
Now then, let us begin.
Now then, kittens, choose which house you would like. Ever went for long stretches of time without food? Not, like, super long. 7th founder at 70k, congrats. That's awesome. Let's just choose Grape House. Staring at a red room is just going to strain my eyes. Reminds me of the Virtual Boy. Then the men shall have the Strawberry House. Strawberry men are known for passion.
Hey.
Also, each house had guest rooms of varying quality, right?
Damn right.
Wasn't it 2 deluxe rooms, 1 standard room, and 2 crummy rooms?
For now.
And we need to decide those next, huh? But there are only 5 rooms in each house then, right? Then 1 guy will be left over. Then that means there's only one appropriate way to settle this. Appropriate way? Rock, paper, scissors, of course. Suddenly the rock, paper, scissors battle between 6 guys had begun. I forgot we had 6 guys, 3 girls. I forgot we had 6 guys. How are you feeling on this motive? It is definitely a effective motive, it feels like. So, And the results? Sorry, I ended up winning so easily. That's right, I totally forgot that Nagite was the ultimate lucky student. So I take 2nd place. That's fine. I was getting bored of always being on top.
Huh?
It's decided. You 2 will get a deluxe room. Now then, regarding the 3rd winner... It's me! I will be resting in the standard room. Klaxon, thank you very much for the gift sub going to Master Marks. Been so generous tonight. Thank you so much. Summoning the Ginyu Force.
Damn right.
Me and Kazuichi are next.
Man.
So I get a crummy room, huh? Well, it's better than rooming with someone. That's unfortunate, Hajime. You can rest in the lounge, but try not to catch a cold.
Hey,
Hey, how about you how about you Grape House girls? Did you all pick your rooms as well?
Yep.
Yeah, we did. We had a brief discussion to settle things smoothly. So Sonia and I have the deluxe room, and apparently Akane wants one of the crummy rooms. Huh? Why did you choose the crummy room? There's still a standard room left over.
Not like that.
It's good enough for me. You guys might think it's pretty crappy, but it's a palace compared to my home. Oh god. So there is a standard room and a crummy room left. Hajime, if you would like, please use one of them. Huh?
hey!
You can't do that!
Oh my.
Why not?
Well,
I mean, it's dangerous. Hajime might be the traitor, you know? What are you saying?
Miss Sonia?
What am I... Huh? Huh?
So,
We haven't doubted Hajime at all.
like,
Even I don't think he tried to trick us. It seems you're the only one who thought Hajime is suspicious. Really, of all people, you're gonna say that? You're really gonna say that?
right?
Oh my god. Screw you. Man, Kazuichi is dropping for me. Honestly, he's started to remind me of Hiro for a while, so... Just because he's kind of useless. In the same way Hiro was. Hajime would totally fit the bland harem protagonist type. Oh, of course he would. Girls settle things by talking. Of course they do. Hajime, you can use one of our leftover rooms. Thank you. I'll feel bad about using the standard room, so I'll stay in the crummy room. But even so, it really helps that I have a place to sleep.
Oh,
Now then, it's decided. We should turn in for today.
Aw, man.
It, doesn't make any sense. And so all the guys except for me ended up staying the night on the second floor of the Strawberry House. And all the girls, plus my leftover self, stayed on the second floor of Grape House. Jeez, just as I thought, I was forgotten. Well, I'm used to it after all. Okay, her little laugh is a little freaky. So this is the second floor of Grape House. Choosing Grape House was definitely a good decision. What do you mean? You see, Strawberry House is a quadrilateral, but Grape House is hexagonal. That means this place is far more spacious. It is quite a good bargain. For a princess, you sure do think about petty stuff.
Sleepy.
Oh, so sleepy. The deluxe rooms are the two rooms at the far back, right? Is it okay if we go already?
Yo.
The two rooms at the front are the crappy rooms, right? Hajime, you use the room next to the lounge.
Then,
So the standard room across from the lounge will remain unoccupied.
easy as pie.
I shall prepare nameplates for our rooms later. I shall also include portraits of everyone's face. You don't really need to draw our faces, but the nameplates might be a good idea.
Good night.
Then good night. After reaching the limits of her sleepiness, Chiaki staggered over to her deluxe room.
Good day.
Now then, I shall retire for the evening as well. Good night, everyone. Good night. See you tomorrow. After exchanging good nights, everyone went into their guest rooms. I should get some sleep too. I think I was assigned to the crummy room that's next to the lounge. Before that, anything else in here? Any hidden Monokumas? Interesting keep out thing there. Okay. Oh, so much for that. Crummy room. That sleepy Chiaki emote. Hope we earn it. I hope we earn it. This is a surprisingly shabby guest room. It's a little cold in here. The draft coming from the door is making me hungry. But I shouldn't be talking like that. For now, I need to endure it no matter what. No matter what happens, I will definitely prevent a killing from happening. I won't let Monokuma get what he wants. I love how this has become a, Hajime went from, will I kill somebody to, no, screw this bear. Alright, so we got, what's the word for it? The thing for, it's been so long. Morse code, that's it. Thank you, Rusty. Riptonia's thoughts on Case 3. Interesting setup. Poor payoff. As far as I wish I had more context behind the deaths, you know?
To tell you the truth, I'm out of ideas.
There you go, Morse code. I'm out of ideas. Morse code edition. So does anybody know what it actually says? That'd be something. Mean Guy has what it says. Be sure to drink your Kumatine. We'll just wait and see what it says before we go any further. Oh, it actually says that. Be sure. Oh, I missed it. It says be sure to drink your Kumatine. It's a reference. Wow. I missed that you had said it before. Wow. Be sure to drink your Kumatine. It's morning already? Now that there are no Monokuma announcements, I don't feel like my usual self anymore. There should be a clock in the lounge. I should head over there and see what time it is. And she was quick. Let's see. The time is 9 a.m. It's later than I'm used to waking up, but I guess it still counts as morning. Now then, what should I do now? In this kind of situation, panicking will accomplish nothing. It might be better if I spend time like I normally do for as long as I can. I should find someone to talk to, or it might be a good idea to just stay in my room and conserve my energy. Alright, we'd already decided that we're going to hang out with Gundam. Get him fully filled up. So let's check the third floor real quick. Yeah, a lot more Baron. Good night, Master Marks. So this is the Monokuma archive that Nagito was telling me about. Apparently there are no clues that might be useful for escaping this place, but in the future it may be necessary to know about the enemy. Oh, wild. Get full 360 on this. This book here is Deep Stories That Really Happened and Will Probably Make You Cry. All 1,000 volumes of That Love by Monokuma. I should pretend I never saw this. This bookshelf has worldwide bestseller, The 10 Killing Commandments, Monokuma's Personal Guide to Success and Happiness. Somehow I suppressed my urge to throw it on the floor and put it back on the bookshelf. Let's see, what's on this bookshelf? Monokuma's Cute Meaty Diary, Volume 1. What is this? Is this Monokuma's diary? Has that guy been keeping a diary this whole time? Greetings, I'm the Monokuma in charge of Monokuma. I'm the only one who looks good in a fresh salmon jacket. Anyway, it's still pretty recent, but I've made a tremendously huge discovery, and I shall share it with you guys starting now. First, squat like you're sitting on in an invisible chair and put your hands behind your thighs. Then hold that position as you raise your thighs. If you keep raising higher and higher, don't you think you'd start floating higher and higher into the air? You would, right? Right? Isn't this amazing? Isn't this a revolutionary discovery that'll cause a reform in traffic laws? But I can't do it. I don't have thighs. Bummer. It looks like there are still several volumes to this diary, but what should I do? Wow. Monokuma's latest work. There is no way my little sister is this incompetent. Does this mean Monomi? Don't tell me he writes articles when he's bored. Yes, I know. I need to look for the Monokumas as well. I wonder if he hid one of them in here. Not that I can tell. I'm not sure how many we're missing at this point. Famous Monokuma quotes Volume 1. Here's one free massage ticket. Of course, you're the one who's going to give the massage. However, if you keep using the free massage ticket, you will eventually master the massage fist. Never underestimate the power of the massage fist. It will impress Kenpo masters around the world. Okay. Check that statue. Okay, I'll head back in. Oh, because it was behind him.
Are you serious?
Wow, that's impressive. I did not notice that one. I know that, I know there's one in the rooms of, the strawberry house. Should I go into everybody's rooms to try to find the other missing Monokuma? Okay, so I'm not going to be able to go in. But nobody's in this standard room, so I can check this out. No sign of it. Of course she's still asleep. Okay, we can check Sonia's room. Not seeing it here. Alright, it's a strawberry house. Is Kazuichi at least better than Yasuhiro? For now, yes, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel about it after I learn more about their backstories. Because boy, that had an effect on how much. Like, Hiro does not seem that bad, just more of an idiot. Unless you get his, unless you actually hang out with him. Alright, where is Gundam at? In the deluxe room. Okay. Stairs. There they are. What's the hero lore? He's a con man. He can do his stuff, but he cons people out of their money constantly and overcharges them for crap. There he is. I believe we only have one more to find.
I knew you could do it.
I think we found 4 at this point. What makes me dislike Kazuichi again? He's too panicky. He's kind of useless. I don't know. I don't know. He just feels scummy. I don't know. Tera is definitely not great.
You fiend.
I'm not God, you know. Let's hang out.
Fine.
I guess I'll listen to your foolish talk. You'd better be grateful. Alright, what's Gundam like? Yeah, the obsession with Sonya is definitely getting a little much. Let's see. What would he like? Alien created by the legendary home tutor, crafted from silver and gold into the shape of a wing. The gold is said to increase luck, with this silver is said to accumulate luck. I don't think that's it. You think it'll work? We'll try it.
You fiend.
Hajime, you fiend. You are rather nice. As long as this treasure is within my grasp, I will never forget this day.
Tell you this.
Hold it. If you cherish your life, it's better if you don't come any closer. My magical beasts have a thirst to kill. You mean your hamsters? I thought they were docile animals. Just as I thought, you know nothing. You will know true terror if you look down on them just because they fit in your palm. They are cruel devil beasts that will devour their parents, their siblings, and even their own children. The territoriality is frightening. They'll never stop attacking until their opponent is dead.
Oh, my
Today's fight started when Stan D got greedy and encroached upon Jum P's territory. Jum P was knocked aside, and his foot stepped into Maga Z's territory. Then Maga Z got angry and unleashed his anger onto Champ P.
Listen well.
I was able to quell their rage by sacrificing my left hand, but it may not be that easy next time. I see. That's troubling. Could that be the reason Gundam's hand is always wrapped in that bandage?
Let me ask.
By the way, do you know which species of my four Dark Devas of Destruction has the largest body? Jungarian hamster? Yeah, we got hamster lore in that, but all the stuff he says, I think it's true. I'm gonna go with
Fall, my tears.
if that type of demon beast became so enormous that it would be superior to others, then the owner would deserve to die 1,000 deaths. Just because they're adorable doesn't mean you can let them get fat. Think of it as a strain upon their hearts. Oh, golden hamsters.
That was close.
Yes, those fearsome demon beasts boast the largest size among all hamster species. However, they are also the most docile and are known for being the smartest too. However, other tribes feel no fear. Thus, they give it their all when biting and ripping what stands before them.
It appears.
But only Goldens know fear. Thus, they usually do not bare their teeth once they recognize you. You're saying they understand what happens when they bite people.
This too.
That's why you must pay attention to their stress levels when you're breeding them. I certainly didn't know that. However,
Of the world.
that isn't the only feature of Goldens. They have many other unlimited possibilities. Their fur color, quality, and patterns. You could even say they have unlimited combinations.
Body is
After much research, the fruits of my labor was about to be born. A fearsome demon beast with sparkling silver fur. A hybrid creature with dominant spots and brands.
foolish of me.
But now, all I can do is pray for the safety of the mother and child I've left behind. I don't really understand what he's saying, but it seems he'd be worried about the hamsters he left behind. He was doing specialized breeding, dude. You were probably taking care of other animals, right? Are those demon beasts okay, too?
Let's make history.
There are no problems in that regard. I have pupils all around the world. I've already given them orders to continue my research into the synthesis of demon beasts. They know how to avoid any lethal genetics. They will carry out my will and conduct no atrocious experiments.
Shall engulf.
Beyond that, I've already made arrangements to leave my demon beasts to those I trust. He's crazy prepared. Listening to Gundam makes me rethink how much responsibility it is to raise pets.
What do you get?
You will never experience such a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But if you ever do breed them, make sure you provide plenty of exercise, high-quality food, and a place to sleep.
How pitiful.
Such luxuries mean everything to creatures who only live 1,095 days after they're born. Remember well. I feel like I got a glimpse of the deep affection Gundam feels towards animals. All animals, not just hamsters. Well, there we go. Whew. He is a wordy fella. My God. All right. Where's Gundam now? We're gonna stalk him. There we go. Oh yeah, he is crazy. There's no doubt he's crazy talented. He's making his own specialized breed that bites less. That's impressive. Yeah. Is this pattern some sort of insect puppetry? But how foolish of them to involve me in it as its sacrifice.
I'll destroy you!
Don't make me get serious. Do you want me to purge your soul from the cycle of rebirth? Looks like Gundam and I grew closer. Alright, what can we give him this time? That seems like a Sonya thing. Pulling cons. Firebox, clacker, toy camera. Yakuza films. I'm having trouble with him. I'm not sure. Oh, time stage. Thank you. 1831. Okay. We'll just do this way. We don't have to worry about it too much. Did not get 18. Already got 31. 56. Small degenerated reactor. Ooh, hopefully we don't run out of the stuff he really likes. Great work, my servant. Whoops, didn't mean to hit that. It is said 5 valuable assets exist in the world. You have my gratitude for discovering one of them. Thank you. There they all are. Look how happy they are.
I can see it.
Don't get any closer. I already know what you're thinking. What do you know that even I don't know?
So you have a
Now then, summon your familiar. No, I don't have anything like that. You've come challenging me many times. I thought you finally obtained at least one familiar. Just as I thought, you are just a mere human, and a strange one at that. Despite what he's saying, Gundam doesn't seem all that annoyed. Is he opening up to me a little?
How pitiful.
However, you probably don't understand how pointless this place is for a demon beast tamer. Now that you mention it, even though this is a tropical island, I don't really see any wild animals.
Fine.
If this place really was a normal tropical island, I wouldn't have time to talk to you so freely. Many beasts inhabit the thick forest. There may even be rare species that only exist in this land. Just thinking about it makes me tingle. Oh, he's smiling right now. I seem to recall seeing a cow at the ranch.
Let me tell you,
I'm not interested in some domesticated animal. I had a feeling you'd say that.
fall,
My familiar is
tears.
Evie. There you go. After all, I cannot look at it without feeling pity. Huh? That's a bit unexpected.
How pitiful.
Such creatures are born to be eaten by humans. Even if I had the all-seeing eye, I couldn't change that fate. Thus, I try not to involve myself with livestock. It would bring a calamity onto my mind, after all. Gundam understands the feelings of animals, so this must be a complicated subject for him.
Body is uncooperative.
I appear to be getting oddly sentimental since I haven't encountered any new demon beasts. I have tamed various creatures such as the Cerberus, the Phoenix, and even the Midgard Serpent. He probably means dogs, birds, and lizards. When you say tamed, what exactly does that entail? I guess it's fine to tell a mere human. I don't believe you'll get in my way.
Listen well.
Basically, you must say, good girl, good girl. Huh? You must repeatedly speak to them and make sure they understand that there is no ill will on our end. In order to do that, you need to appear innocent.
This, too,
Of course,
must be the
there are
will
some who
of
like to be
House
touched and
Ellis.
some that don't. It's better if you keep these basics down.
It appears you can
Afterward, as long as you spend a long time together, you'll eventually start to hear your partner's words. I'm pretty sure that only happens to ultimate breeders. But Gundam seems different from usual when he talks about animals. Somehow, his face seems gentler. He must really love animals. Now then, I wonder if there are evil demon beasts that will rile me up on this island somewhere. Monokuma and Monami are sort of shaped like animals.
I renounce you.
They are no good. Anything that can talk will eventually betray
How
you.
pitiful.
And most importantly, they aren't cute. I agree. But I don't plan to betray you at all. Such exaggerations coming from a mere human like you. However, that's a nice line. I like getting to know a little bit more about him. It's actually kind of cool. It's funny how Gundam started kind of low on my ranking, and he's been gradually getting higher and higher. Like he's kind of just a chill dude with that. Apparently, he's been betrayed by humans so often that he just doesn't trust him and puts on this whole Dark Deva act. My gosh, 3 free times. Just goes to show there's nothing going on here. Let's see, where are you, Gundam? Like I said, if we happen to finish this game well before, episode 20, I'll definitely use that time to get some more like hangouts and see some of the extra features and stuff like this that I did for the first game. It does add a bit to it. I assume we would probably do that at the rate we're going though, because we seem to be getting through relatively quickly.
Let me tell you this.
Heed my warning. Beware the Dark Queen. It seems her true power has not awakened yet. Oops, I've said too much. Let's hang out again. There's no need to be that afraid. I doubt she'd awaken immediately. Even now, the Dark Queen's power is still struggling against the abyss that consumes the darkness. Is he talking about the Dark Queen from Battletoads? Oh, Gundam continued to talk about this fantasized version of Sony that he made up on his own. I think he has a crush. Alright, Time Sage. What was the last one? I know you had another one. Angel's Fruit, 108. Despite its toxic appearance, this fruit bears a sweetness that will take you to heaven. However, they say that those who eat this fruit will be possessed by evil and fall to the dark side. Yep, that's a Gundam item.
You fiend. Be happy! You fiend.
Hold it, if you come any closer. I know, I won't get close to you.
This too
It appears that
must
you
be
finally
the
noticed.
cause.
The blood that flows within me bears a fearsome curse. Of course it does. Ever since I was young, this body of mine was exposed to so many poisons that it became poisonous itself. If a mere human like you ever touch me, you will immediately decompose and wither away. Thus, I've been trying to make sure you don't get too close to me. Does that mean you've been thinking of me? Don't get ahead of yourself. Even if you're just a foolish human, I'm not so cruel as to yearn for a meaningless death. Can I assume that he's blushing? But he says that his blood is poison. What would be the advantage of that?
Silence.
It's not an issue of gains and losses. I became like this because I had to. I have to be like this, even if I don't want to be. I've been putting poison in my body ever since I was young. Sounds somewhat possible. Could it be... Your mom's an awful cook. Oh my god, that was right. Oh, good night, Cat Evie. Take care. Was your mother's cooking bad?
No.
Crap, I was only joking, but it sounds like that was exactly it.
Impossible.
You wouldn't understand how much pain I had to endure. Plus, that woman would cry if I didn't finish my plate. What choice did I have but to suffer in silence? Don't you feel better now that you've talked about it? I mean, you're actually a really kind guy.
That was close.
Anyway, now that you understand, you shouldn't come any closer to me. Know that if you ever touch me, it would mean death for you. But that's really lonesome. Hey, Gundam, can I ask you something? If you have the fortitude to ask me that. I didn't even say anything yet. When you were in grade school, did you ever hold hands with any of the other kids? It's obvious now, but at the time, I was faking my condition. By moving next to the teacher who served me, I was able to avoid questions and survive without any problems. Did you ever have to do a folk dance?
Impossible.
You don't understand. That is a ceremony for summoning evil deities. Fortunately, the school nurse was in the same tribe as me, so I was able to leave without getting involved. I see. Might have been a bad of me to point out something so necessarily. So, I don't know what to say to him anymore. So then, what kind of people are okay to get close to you? Anyone whose power matches my own, or... No, there's no way such a being exists. You should just forget about that. For your sake. With those words, Gundam walked away. He seemed very lonely. What was he going to say? If he just told me, maybe I could have done something about it. And if I had, maybe he wouldn't have shouted nonsense at me. Excuse me. Yeah, very lonely kid. It's already 10. Just as I thought, I can't get a sense of what time it is when there are no windows or Monokuma announcements. Still a little early, but I should go back to my room. I think we're only one away from maxing out Gundam. Let me double check. Yep, one more hangout with Gundam. I'm trying to do my very best not to worry, but even I have my limits. I'm hungry. Ooh, I heard that.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, are you whining already? It's only your second day. It's so geez if you do this, that. Geez of you to do this, that all I can say is geez. You should just stop being stubborn. Hurry up and start killing already. What do you want? My, you don't even have the energy to be mad, huh? Well, I have good news for you guys. You've all lost your drive ever since you guys got here, right? You have the drive of an old man in his 50s. In order for you guys to get your energy back, I'm providing a special service with all my heart. So everyone, please gather at Grape Tower tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. 7 in the morning? There's no alarm clock in this room. How do you expect us to wake up? That's your responsibility, so you figure it out. By the way, being late is strictly prohibited. Okay then, goodbye. Service with all your heart, huh? It's no use. My stomach feels so empty I can't stop thinking about food. If I know Monokuma, there's no way he'll provide that for us. Damn it. I pulled up the thin covers of my futon, desperately trying to ignore my hunger pangs, and went to sleep. Oh yeah, it's definitely working as far as trying to make us tired, and potentially if they're worried about being late, they'll also get less sleep. Today I interviewed random strangers on the street and asked them, what do you hate about Monokuma? Here are the results. He has a foul mouth, a terrible personality, and he's a rude pig, but he's still popular despite all that. He's a lazy ass who doesn't work hard at all, and yet he's more skilled and better than people who do. Not only did God give him both hands, God gave him everything. He always talks crap about others, but nobody really talks crap about him. That he's willing to die to protect the woman he loves. That he can't live without me. He's usually cold toward me, but he takes good care of me when I'm sick. He always slaps me around when he drinks, but afterward he cries and gently hugs me. I hate that his job changes every time he gets a new job. He's extremely responsive when other people say things like drinks, group dates, and promotions. I hate that my daughter suddenly got curvy after she enrolled in middle school. Those were the results. What the hell?
This is troubling.
There are some odd ones in there. I'm starting to feel this strange chill. Well, it obviously must be from hunger. What time is it now? I sat up much slower than usual, then headed straight to the lounge. 6:30 a.m. It's a miracle I was able to wake up. As I recall, it'd be bad if we don't gather at Grape Tower by 7 a.m. I don't expect much from Monokuma, but I guess I should go for now. We're gonna get something to sweeten the deal. Are you holding up Akane? Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. What are you doing here? Well, I've been thinking about this statue.
Based on my gut
It's
feeling,
not alive or anything, but it has a strong aura. I can't think of it as a regular human aura. This thing might be the most powerful creature on the island.
Starting to get pumped up.
That sure gets me going. Is this a person? The nameplate says ogre, so isn't this a statue of an ogre?
All right.
Ogre or whatever, it's fine as long as it's strong. Oh, looks like it's almost time. I'll head over to Grape Tower first. Good morning, Chiaki. Are you going to Grape Tower? She walked by with me without even replying. Hey, Chiaki. I was sleeping. You were sleeping? Isn't it dangerous to sleepwalk? Don't fall asleep while I'm asking that.
Morning.
I'll be fine, I think. You don't look fine at all. Want to go to Grape Tower together? I feel fine, I think. Is she really okay? Okay then. Oh, I'd love to see Akane versus Sakura. That'd be awesome. Everyone who gathered here had pale faces. Man, I'm tired. I'm seriously so tired. Stop complaining. You're bringing me down. But I'm exhausted. Not only can we not eat food, but we're being forced to come here early in the morning. This isn't about just you. We're all getting screwed here. But we're getting screwed the most. Obviously, we're more tired than everyone else. I mean, we had to take the contact elevator to get here from the Strawberry House. So we had to walk all the way from Strawberry Hall to the elevator and then walk all the way over here. The longer you walk, the more calories you burn, so obviously we're more tired than you guys. Stop whining.
Hey.
You're fine. You don't even have to worry about getting hungry since you're a robot. I'm in a similar situation. I left my charger inside my cottage.
What's this?
Man, you guys are already starting to brag about how unhealthy you are.
Damn it.
Got a lot of nerve coming here. Now that we've all gathered here so early in the morning, what do you intend to make us do this time?
No.
I just want everyone to be healthy again. Healthy?
Hey.
You're losing your drive because you're burning rubber down the unhealthy highway, right? I'm offering this service so that you all can feel healthy again. So, from this day forward, I'd like you to make Monokuma Tai Chi as part of your daily routine every morning. Monokuma Tai Chi? All right, start the music. What the hell?
Make optimal use of Earth's gravity. and release yourself from the tension of your conscious self.
Of course, these two are into it.
Control your breathing, slowly and softly. Move as if you're drawing a circle.
Of course, Nekomaru's into it.
Naturally, just as you are. Relax your body and mind.
Monokuma ASMR. This is clearly affecting my hunger. Why exactly do we have to do this?
Don't dawdle.
We sure worked up a good sweat. Staying healthy is definitely super important.
You.
Oh, fuck. We did a bunch of pointless exercise thanks to you, and now we're hungrier than ever. I can't move.
You guys.
The road to good health is not an easy one. It might be painful, but we'll do this again tomorrow. Unless something big happens, I won't allow any tardies or absences. Make sure you remember that.
That is...
You intend to keep me... This is harsh. This is the harshest he's ever been. My God.
Damn it.
Guys, I don't think I'm going to last until tomorrow.
Damn it.
Enough already. How much longer is this going to last?
This is troubling.
Didn't he say until the killing starts?
This too must be the
Seems the
will of
plausibility of those
causality.
words is finally starting to affect us. If this persists any longer, it wouldn't surprise me if something really did happen.
Damn it.
I don't want to die in a place like this. If I'm going to die in a place like this, I might as well... What are you saying? Calm down.
Shut up. Shut up.
I can't frickin' calm down.
Damn it.
There's no food. There's no way to escape. If this goes on, everyone's going to starve to death.
Hey.
Wait, are you telling us just wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other.
Huh?
Do you mean that you'd rather die?
Huh?
I got it. You're just saying that because you're the traitor. What? You're planning to make us all weak so you can kill us all. What are you saying?
Hey.
Fess up! You've been secretly getting food from your future Foundation buddies, haven't you? I swear you better... Stop.
So...
Making a scene is just going to make us hungrier, so let's just calm down for now. You're right. Even if you guys fight, our situation isn't going to change. Excuse me.
It appears you
Waiting to
cannot
die from impending starvation or wait for someone to kill someone else before that happens. At any rate, it's a rather difficult situation. Which is the true hope. I'll just follow what everyone else decides. If you're going to choose, you should hurry. The longer we keep waiting, the closer we get to death. The conversation ended there. It seems nobody had the energy to keep talking or arguing, so we silently left Grape Tower. I'm just standing, but I feel dizzy. My sense of balance is off. It's like I'm in a rocking boat or something. That doesn't mean I should just stay put. If I just leave this matter alone, something bad might happen. It's not like I'm worried, but I should go see how everyone's doing. Yeah, this chapter is definitely making me like Kazuichi less and less. Like, I know there's the stress, but he's been on the back foot for a while now. Basically, ever since Teru died and he became resident pervert. I still have no idea who's actually going to die from this all, though. I have no idea who's gonna be the one to go down.
You fiend.
What happened? Did you come to watch over
I
me?
shall engulf
Before
myself.
Sandi's clairvoyance, your thoughts are so transparent they're practically nude.
How pitiful.
Whatever happens can no longer be stopped. Though I do not know if everyone's gentle deaths will come first or if one person's angry death. Alright. Alright. What present? Yeah, we'll definitely go say hi to Nagito after this. What was suggested for another? If I remember correctly, in the original Japanese version, Kazuichi is written as less of a pervert. Oh, lucky us! We got Chiaki's underwear already, but now we'll get Gundam's underwear. I'm curious what that's gonna be like. Shatter that stupid thing. Yeah, I don't have any animals or anything like that. Oh, here we go. Of course, they don't have number 4. Okay, we have Falcor's muffler. Thank you, Time Sage.
Let me tell you this.
He doesn't seem like his usual self. Why do you keep following me? In truth, there's no way I'd ever associate with someone like you.
Impossible!
But still, why do you continue to hound me? Does this mean my absolute mental defenses are wearing off? I don't know what you think this is, but we're friends who are working together to escape.
What?
What the? He seized up all of a sudden.
Won't let you.
Settle down, my wicked arm. Are you a Kododama user? You wish to manipulate me with false words and cheap tricks, don't you? I'm not trying to manipulate you at all. In fact, you're the one who said I'm just a mere human with no special abilities whatsoever. You wouldn't understand. I'm in isolation for a reason. There will never be a day when you understand why I became who I am.
I'll destroy
I'm the
you.
offspring of an angel and a devil, a cursed being shunned and rejected by everything in this world. Once I lose the only thing I love, I'm destined to spend my last days being devoured alive by demon beasts.
My name is Gundam Tanaka.
Truly I am mankind's natural foe, evil incarnate, a walking cataclysm, a shapeless insanity, Gundam Tanaka. He sounds like his normal self, but there's definitely something different about him. There might be a kernel of truth hidden in the words he just spoke. It's true, I don't know anything about what drove you to this point, but I definitely believe that you're my friend. If I didn't think that, I wouldn't be able to go on. That's it. That's the only reason. As long as you're my friend, I have no desire to take anything away from you and try to force you to change.
This too must be
It
the
seems
will
that
of
I
causality.
completely misread you. Hey, Oscar. And yeah, I did see that news. It's very unfortunate. I never expected a human like you to contain a singularity. Huh? I bet I promoted from a mere human? You asked me the other day what sort of existence would be capable of touching me.
So you have a
The answer to that is the singularity. A being who can make the impossible possible by overcoming various limitations. Huh? Am I really that amazing?
fiend.
Don't get ahead of yourself. A simple creature like you does not have that much power.
Not unleashed.
However, I can lend you my powers as long as you yearn for them. Then I'll leave this to you.
What?
For you to say that so easily.
Fine.
Well, who cares? Lend me your hand. I stuck out my hand like he told me to do, and after some hesitation, Gundam slowly gripped my hand. His hand felt like a normal person's hand, and I definitely didn't wither away and die.
With this, the contract is complete. I will not allow you to die without my permission.
I really want to say that to him too, but he'll definitely yell at me if I do. Instead, I gripped Gundam's hand so tightly that it started hurting.
Yeah.
It somehow became a battle of endurance, but I felt a strong bond between Gundam and me. Which reminds me, it's been a long time since I felt so happy being acknowledged by someone. That's a pretty solid story. I did not expect Gundam to be so, I don't know, interesting. I got Infinity Unlimited Flame. So Well, in case you all didn't get it, we were wondering what kind of... I was wondering what kind of underwear Gundam wears. No underwear. He's commando under there. Oh, goodness. Where is Nagito? There we go. All natural. Indeed. Ugh. Everybody wanted me to hang out with Nagito. He has, I mean, she's invisible, so spooky. Ah, yes, invisible. Yes, of course. Looks like I'm starting to lose it. You look all blurry, Hajime. If there's an emergency, I don't mind if you guys use me for food, okay? Oh, have you completed your Enemypedia?
Everything else, and I got the extra quest done.
Right. Oh, you the one I told you you'd like that one. So Amy just finished getting all the extra stuff done, other than the unique monsters and the Enemypedia, in Future Redeemed. So she's all set to beat it next week on next Saturday, or this coming Saturday, I guess at this point. So she can finally see the finale, and Amy will be all done with Xenoblade Chronicles 3 after a year and change. Now it's time for you to play Xenogears and Xenosaga.
Is that the one you showed me the opening of that I was so interested in?
Yeah.
Yeah. That looks good.
That's one I probably have to play with you, I think. I wonder how much longer I'll be able to speak normally. Funny that we're hanging out with him over before other people. But at least I have an idea of what he wants. Where is it? Here we go. Hope's Peak ring. No problem with shilling. Oh my goodness, I never expected to find something like this here. I see. I was brought to this island just so I could obtain this. I can't tell you how happy I am right now. To be honest, I don't even know why I thought about talking to him. But I felt like the more I left him alone, the bigger my worries would start to grow. You have a scary look on your face. You don't have to be so cautious, you know. I won't do anything. As he said that, he smiled at me. Why is this guy... No, thinking about it is a waste of time. Are you thinking about doing something to me? That's wonderful. I'm totally up for it. I don't mind at all. Don't mess with me. I'll never go along with your plans.
Well,
That's a problem. I don't want you guys to lose sight of yourselves because you doubt and hate me. I just want to see you guys embody hope. There it is again. What in the world is this hope you keep talking about? What are you planning to make us do? Oh, why am I so misunderstood? I just want to believe in hope, you know?
hey,
You should think about it seriously for once. What do you think hope is? He's right. I've never actually given it much thought. Hope, for him, hope is... absolute good. That's right. That's exactly it. And you guys have the potential to embody it. Do you understand? Hope is a positive force. Everything created by it is an absolute good.
well, that's
As long as the seeds of hope have been planted, I will gladly kill someone or be killed in return. The fact that I'm alive right now is already hope. It's no use. I definitely don't understand what he's talking about at all. But even so, all I can say is, it doesn't seem like he's trying to trick or trap anyone for the sake of his selfish desires. That's why this is especially troubling. Huh? Are we done talking, Hajime? That's disappointing, but we can still talk anytime, right?
See?
After all, we're both friends who yearn for hope. Well, we'll see how that goes. He's a force of chaos. My thoughts on Nagato, he's a force of chaos. A pain in the ass, but a force of chaos, and knows way more than he's letting on, that's for sure. I once had this joke in my mind where I was going to give Kazuichi Sonya's underwear, but the game doesn't allow you to give away key items. Oh, I mean, he would have enjoyed it. It's no use. I think I've reached my limit. I'm hungry. I'm that. If this keeps going until I die. What am I thinking? No, if I stay locked up in this place any longer, I'm seriously going to go crazy. Exit. I need to find the exit. Where is it? Where is the exit? Damn it, where the heck is the exit? The final dead room is a challenge given to you by Headmaster Monokuma. Only those who win the life-threatening game that occurs in this room will be able to reach the Octagon, the fabled Holy Land where the ultimate weapon sleeps. Now then, if you're feeling heroic and you're willing to risk your life to continue living, you should challenge the final dead room. That's it. There's still that place. Nobody has gone inside there yet. That life-threatening game is just another one of Monokuma's lies. It's possible that the exit is on the other side of that door. That's right. That's definitely it. Then I should go. I should go to the final dead room. I have barely any energy left. I can't even run decently. Man, you are slow. I'm impressed with this chapter really pushing just how, like, we've never felt the despair quite to this magnitude before. Damn it, I lost again. I just can't unleash my power when I'm this hungry.
Meaningless.
What a pity. I still haven't gotten serious yet.
However,
Regardless, if I ever decide to get serious with this body, you won't even last a second.
Not yet.
Yeah, right. Let's train one more time. I can't believe they're going at it right now. Is it okay for them to burn their energy like this?
hold on.
You better not exert yourself too much. You haven't eaten in a while after all. Don't remind me. I was finally able to forget about food. Well, you're really lucky since you can still live even if you don't eat.
Hey.
Anyway, since you have that body now, does that mean you can do it with electricity? Psst, oh my god. Do it to me with electricity? Won't it feel so much more amazing with electricity than with your bare hands? I guess I have no choice. When I'm done with you, your body won't be able to live without it. I don't even have the energy or willpower to say anything anymore. Why do they have to refer to it as it? The rhino's in there. Oh, I found out what it is. Good old massage. Well, let's head inside. The final dead room. As I wobbled and tripped over my own feet, I couldn't help placing both hands on the wall to brace myself. If I win the life-threatening game here, I'll be able to go to that Octagon place, right? That's where the exit should be. I did it. I finally did it. I finally figured out where the exit is. I can get out. With this, I can finally get out. You can't do that.
It's bad.
You shouldn't go in there. You won't find what you're looking for. That's not true, Chiaki. The exit's going to be here. There is no exit. All that's there is the life-threatening game. Even if you clear it, you'll only obtain the weapon that Monokuma prepared. Do you want the weapon? What do you plan to do once you obtain it? Do you need it?
Oh.
You had this intense, worried look on your face while you were walking, so I followed you. It looks like I made the right choice. Let's go back, Hajime.
Right?
Okay? Chiaki and I went back to Grape House together. The weaker my body gets, the less sense everything seems to make. We're on the verge of starving to death and there's no way to escape. Is it really okay to just lay here and take it, or... This morning I couldn't help feeling angry that I said what I said in front of everyone, but I don't really think that it's okay if we end up starving to death. I need to do something. I need to do something soon. And then all of a sudden, I began to feel faint and lost consciousness. Man, good on Chiaki, for sure. How long was I asleep? I regained my consciousness a little after hearing a faint rumble in the distance. What was that sound just now? Was it an earthquake? But I didn't feel the ground move. Maybe I'm just confused. And as soon as I mumbled that, a feeling of exhaustion that filled me with ambivalence toward everything began to overpower my body. And once again, I sank into the depths of unconsciousness. Well, somebody just died at that kablam, that's for sure.
Emergency! Emergency!
I had been gaming all night until the wee hours of the morning when I decided to go to the convenience store. There, I saw some guy with good looks, fancy clothes, nice shoes, and a shiny, expensive car. There's no way a guy like that actually exists. He really lives in a rundown apartment, and all he has is his pride because he doesn't have a stable job or money. But he wants to show off so much that he's forcing himself to do that. From morning till noon, he carries around boxes and furniture for his moving job, and at night he works at a bar and serves big mugs of beer. But even with that, he still doesn't have enough money, so he sponges off his parents back home. As that fantasy played in my mind in front of the convenience store, I started to feel bad about myself. Oh yeah, this is definitely the darkest motive they've ever had. Like, you can see anybody falling for this motive. It is so primal. My body won't move. This has never happened to me before. I'm awake, but my body feels so heavy that I can't move. Also, it's really cold. Fiercely cold, as if the core of my body is getting numb. But I need to go to Grape Tower. If I don't go to Monokuma Taichi, everyone will suffer. Somehow I managed to muster what little strength I had left and crawled out of bed. What time is it? Though I felt incredibly weak from hunger, I managed to drag my heavy body to the lounge. It's already 5 minutes till 7. I really don't want to waste my energy participating in that activity, but if I ignored Monokuma's rule, everyone would get in trouble, not just me. And I don't have the energy to complain. Let's go to Grape Tower. God, this one just feels so desperate. Prediction on the victim? I'm gonna say... Well, not Sonia. I wasn't gonna say... I don't think it's gonna be one of the girls. Oh, Amy thinks Chiaki will be killed by Kazuichi.
Which one was the one who went all weirdo? Like, and then he switched his tune?
What do you mean weirdo?
Like he was freaking out about food or something?
Oh, that was the guy that you're thinking of, the sharp-toothed Kazuichi.
No, I don't think so.
I'm gonna say the person who dies is going to be.
Maybe Nagito?
I don't think it's going to be Nagito, but
I don't know.
I'm actually gonna say Nekomaru.
Which one's that?
Robot.
You think Robot was the killer or killed?
I think he'll be killed.
By...
Kazuichi.
I think Game of Girl killed by Nagito.
Amy thinks Chiaki killed by Nagito. I don't know. I think I'm wrong. I think we're both wrong, but I don't know what the possibility is. Sonia, you seem energetic. What's so funny?
Amazing!
My goodness, Hajime, when did your face become Mont Blanc all of a sudden? She's not energetic. She's extremely dangerous. Just the corner is fine, so may I take a bite out of you? That's different from Ibuki. You'd get a stomach ache.
No,
Oh my, now there's an adorable shortcake.
that's wrong.
Oh, Chiaki's still alive, Amy, so there's that. I'm not a shortcake. I'm Chiaki. Chiaki, you too. Are you about to head over to Grape Tower?
Yep.
It's almost time. Come on, if you're too slow, we'll be late. Yeah, you're right.
No.
Such a tort. I trouble you for a bite near the center. I shall repay the favor later. I'm impressed with how well Chiaki's handling this.
See?
Come on, we don't really have time to relax. If we don't hurry, we're going to be late. It was very sudden. That's right. It's always sudden. The door to despair always opens suddenly. Yep. Somebody's dead now. Ah, I was right. Nekomaru. Robot.
Are you serious?
Tied up and bashed to pieces. On the other side. I had a feeling just because... I don't know. Just a gut feeling I had.
Oh my gosh.
Angel Angle. Who do I think killed him?
That he would be framed because he's a robot.
Amy thought he'd be framed. I don't know. Just this gut feeling I had that Nekomaru was on his way out.
For all these people.
Yeah. My first thought is Kazuichi because he knows how to deal with mechanics. But the way it's all beat up, I mean, it all depends on what that ultimate weapon is, you know? I don't think Fuyuhiko did it. I don't think Akane did it.
Yeah, I don't think that either.
To me, it has to be Kazuichi. Because I can't even think Gundam did it. Let me take a look here. Is there anybody I'm forgetting?
He did have that weird freak out.
Yeah, Nagato. I don't see Nagato doing it. It has to be Kazuichi. On the other side of that door, I saw the remains of our friend. Whew.
I don't know. Wait, go back to the. Can you go back to the suspect?
So the ones we have: Nagito, Gundam, Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Chiaki, and Sonia. Those are the ones that are left.
Which one's the guy? And you said the sharp teeth guy was the one who was kind of yelling and freaking out a bit.
Yeah, and he's also the ultimate mechanic.
And then, what about Gundam? What do we know about Gundam?
He's very lonely, and he promised he would never let me die once I maxed him out. So I think he's too good of a dude to do this. It's tough, isn't it?
I'm gonna have to go with him because it doesn't make sense.
Choosing Gundam because it doesn't make sense, okay?
Because he didn't want you to die, so
I don't know.
figured that bashing. And also, the mechanic guy wouldn't treat mechanics that bad. Or
Well, then it would be obvious that he did it. If he did, he did all that.
I don't know. I'm still going with the one that does make sense, Gundam.
All right. So Amy's saying Gundam. I'm saying Kazuichi. Kazuichi feels way too obvious, but you know what? That's all I have.
Now then, after a certain amount of time has passed...
You gonna give us food before we do this class trial? Because my God. giant hammer. A pillar knocked over. Holy crap. Door locked? What the hell? A violent shiver coursed through my body. My heart began to pound faster and faster, and I could feel the blood in my head pulsating intensely. My teeth were chattering with horror. What the hell is this? When I was finally able to speak, my voice sounded so small I could barely hear it myself. What's that? Yeah, seriously. Why is this happening? It's so strange. He finally came back to us. If this is a nightmare, please just let me wake up. I couldn't think of any other way to describe it. With him being a robot, they would do a much more violent looking death. Nekomaru, no, this is a lie, right?
This is just...
Based on our situation, the body discovery announcement, it's unfortunate, but there's no doubt that another killing has happened. Some of his blood's on the top of the pillar. What the hell happened here? Killing. I can't deny this truth, but why? As usual, that was the only word I could squeeze out. Hey, what happened? Akane, move! Move it! Akane pushed me aside and ran straight over to Nekomaru.
Why? Why is Nekomaru? Why did he have to die again?
And this is why I didn't think it'd be Akane. Akane's the killer.
I never paid you back. I never paid you back. For your help last time.
Poor Akane, she's been going through it lately. Damn it.
How cruel.
This is just too much. Why did Nekomaru have to die? Though his appearance was drastically altered, he still came back to us.
Oh.
Why? Why does this always happen? No matter how much I try to stop it, this is always the result. Is this something I can't stop?
Damn it.
Hey, Nekomaru got killed, right? That announcement means what I think it means, right?
I won't forgive
Hey, who did it? Who killed Nekomaru?
Aya.
Looks like someone is finally pumped up.
You.
You. Hey, you know who did it, right? Who killed Nekomaru?
What?
Don't get mad at me all of a sudden. In fact, I'm the one who should be mad. I went to a lot of trouble to bring Nekomaru back from the dead, and he already let the killer break him. How disappointingly foolish. Maybe he had a few screws loose. You know, 'cause he's a robot.
Talking about Nekomaru?
Akane, calm down.
Phew.
Use those powers that your anger has awoken for the investigation. Monokuma, is there any way you can fix Nekomaru? I could have fixed him if his head was still attached, but since he's like this, it's impossible. Plus, the last time this happened it was my fault, but this time, the killer is one of you guys.
Yep.
I'm under no obligation to fix him for you. I guess it was a waste of time to ask him.
In other words,
A life that dies once will never return twice. That's what's reality for you. So, even though it's getting a little boring, let's get on with the usual routine.
the Monokuma file!
Also, this is a gift from me to you.
Red bean bread and milk!
I brought you guys a present since the killing went off without a hitch. Besides, if I don't feed you, you guys probably won't last long enough for a class trial. I'll definitely find out who killed Coach Nekomaru. And after I kill that guy, you're next. I'll definitely destroy you. And SpongeBob, thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciated. So even though it sucks, I'm going to eat first. If I don't get some food in me, I can't unleash my full power. You're right. If we're going to avenge Nekomaru, we got to regain as much energy as we can. Damn it, I'm going to eat.
See?
Come on, Hajime. You too. Yeah, you're right. I've been waiting to eat something for so long. Damn it, I never expected I'd feel this terrible when I finally ate again.
Hey! Hey!
Eat it slowly. It'd be bad if you got a stomach ache. We ate our food in silence. Slowly, my blood began coursing through my veins. I started to slowly regain feeling in my numb body.
Isn't that wonderful?
Looks like you've gotten your energy back. Then let's hurry up and start already.
I'm gonna do it!
The killer and you. I'm gonna beat the shit out of both of you with my bare hands.
However,
Regardless of whether we start or not, What has happened to the others? They appear to be extremely late. You mean the guys in Strawberry House? Now that you mention it, no one's here. That's weird. They should have come to Grape Tower because we had Monokuma Tai Chi.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, how unacceptable. I never expected all of you to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. Honestly, it was way beyond my expectations.
What are you gonna do?
Well, since it happened anyway, I guess it is what it is. Everyone ditched? Does everyone include us
Do
too?
your best.
Now do your best to investigate. I'll see you again at the class trial. We have a hell of a mystery on our hands. I can just feel it. Like, I don't know exactly where this is going whatsoever. I hear something. What do you hear? Could it be Nekomaru?
Damn it.
Of course not. He's already dead.
Yo.
Oh well, now's not the time to worry about that sound. That sound? What are you talking about? I don't hear anything. And what about Gundam and the others? Is it alright that we have not summoned them here? They're going to come here soon anyway. Now's not the time to worry about them. You're right. They should have heard the body discovery announcement already. They'll probably come soon. Maybe.
Yep.
Then we should start the investigation soon. Yeah, you're right. I gotta do it. I have to do it. Did someone mess with the clock? That's a good question. First, I need to look at the Monokuma file. The victim is Nekomaru Nidai, aka Mekamaru, after his robotic transformation. His body was discovered in Grape Tower, which is inside the funhouse. His head is severely damaged and beyond repair, so that shall be considered the cause of death. Despite the fact that his arms and legs are dismembered, these limbs were actually designed to be detachable, and it seems they were separated due to a severe impact. Aside from that, several other areas of this body are damaged. Because of this, many of his functions seem to have shut down. His arms and legs were detachable, and it looks like they separated due to a severe impact. Does that mean Nekomaru was repeatedly clubbed with some sort of weapon? But was there a reason they needed to club him over and over again? Oh, we got a lot. Well, let's just work our way. A lot of people are excited for this one. I know, we do have a Super Mario Brothers hammer on there. That's how he's taken out. They got that smash hammer. The pillar next to the door is tipped over and broken. Did this pillar break when it fell over? Not just that, there's a strange liquid on the upper section of the pillar. Is this Nekomaru's oil? This is the only pillar that's tipped over. The other one is still standing. Plus, plus behind me is the door to Grape Hall. The two pillars on each side of that door haven't changed either. They're not tipped over. It's strange that this pillar is the only one that's tipped over. It might mean something. I see. I got it. Got what?
Leave it to me.
This pillar is the weapon. The killer used this to beat up Coach Nekomaru. This huge pillar.
Damn it.
If you got socked by something like this, even Coach Nekomaru wouldn't stand a chance. Yeah, well, that's impossible. It'd be too heavy to wield as a weapon.
Now then.
Hajime, grab that end over there. Huh?
I'm gonna do it.
We have to try it out, obviously. Come on, hurry up. Fine. Jeez, you're more forceful than usual. She's gonna get a hernia.
It's no use.
Didn't I tell you?
All right. If that's how it's gonna be, my body can take it. Power times 3.
No, seriously, just give it up already.
Why?
It's no use. It won't even budge. If two people can't even move this pillar, then it's impossible to use it as a bludgeoning weapon. Well, there's only one person who could have lifted something like this. Robo-Coach Nekomaru. He's definitely the only one. Did you find anything? Looks like you haven't found anything
Leave it
yet.
to me.
We need clues, right? I'll remember something, so just wait for it. Looks like that's going to be a little hard. Oh, I remember. There is something I thought was weird. It happened early in the morning. You're going back that far?
Like
Come on, you noticed it too, right? You heard that rumbling sound? Rumbling. What was that sound just now? Was it an earthquake? Guess I'm just thinking too much. Yep, I remember that. I was sleeping pretty heavy, so I wouldn't think about how hungry I was, but that noise woke me up. I ran out of my room without thinking, and after I did that, then what happened? I didn't see anything, and it looked like the others didn't come out of their rooms either. I felt pretty dumb for being the only one who came out, so I went back to my room and fell back asleep. In the end, I never found out what that sound was, but it's been on my mind for a while. You know, now that you mention it, it does seem strange. Just what was that sound? You don't know either? Well, I should tell you in more detail. When I ran out of my room, I happened to glance at the lounge clock. It said it was around 5:30 a.m. Will we be able to find out anything with that info? I didn't think that rumbling noise happened that early in the morning. But I'm not really sure if that noise pertains to the incident or not. Huh. What the hell? I went to the trouble of remembering that and you've got nothing? Jeez, you're so damn useless. She seems agitated. Well, it's understandable. An enormous hammer has been carefully left on the floor. It's suspicious because it stands out so much.
How cruel.
Perhaps that hammer is the weapon that broke Nekomaru? I do believe a weapon of that size is capable of damaging Nekomaru. This hammer is the weapon? But it looks a little too clean. It's almost like it's new or something.
It is strange.
Also, where did the killer obtain this hammer? Prior to now, I do not believe I have ever seen an object like this. Was it hidden somewhere? Good point. There's no supermarket in here. I wonder where they obtained it from. I think that's our ultimate weapon. Nekomaru's body. What do we got here? It's Nekomaru's body. It's cruelly broken. It looks like it's been so severely damaged that even his head was dented. That'd be the fatal wound, right? But Nekomaru's robot body should have been durable enough to withstand any assault. For Nekomaru to be this damaged, it can only mean whoever attacked Nekomaru didn't hold back. Now's probably not the best time to think this, but I guess Nekomaru really was really transformed into a robot, huh? I was getting used to the idea, but now that I think about it, robots are definitely unusual. Well, it doesn't matter if he was a robot or not. Either way, Nekomaru was still killed. It's definitely strange, isn't it? What is?
Well?
If they wanted to kill him, they could have just destroyed his head. Why did they destroy his entire body, too? Maybe they didn't know how to kill a robot, so they damaged him all over? But they went against Coach Nekomaru. He ain't the type to die easily. They obviously didn't fight him head on, but even then, he wouldn't leave himself open to attack. You're right. In fact, that's the biggest mystery. Nekomaru was even stronger after he became a robot. I can't think of anyone who'd be capable of killing him. Anyway, this alone isn't enough information. I should investigate a little more thoroughly. There's a sturdy metal wire tied to Nekomaru's left leg. The same wire is tied to his arms. It's almost like he was bound up or something. But even if they bound him up, the killer still had to deal with a robotic Nekomaru first. Who did this, and how are they able to bind Nekomaru? Also, the tip of this wire, it looks like it's been tied in a loop, but what was the point of this? Somehow they hit his off switch. That is absolutely the case. They brought it up too many times for that not to be a thing. The cover on his chest is open slightly, but it won't open much more because the cover's all messed up. If only Kazuichi was here, we might have been able to open it. Jeez, what the heck could he be doing right now? Huh? There's something protruding from behind Nekomaru's neck. Is this... That's right, it's a cutting-edge function that puts my other functions to sleep even if I have insomnia. Just press the goodnight button on the back of my neck and I'll be forced to enter sleep mode. Maybe the killer pressed this button and made Nekomaru enter sleep mode. But still, it's hard to think the killer was able to easily press a button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. Even if Nekomaru was ambushed, it still wouldn't be easy. Oh my god, Amy. No way. I didn't even think about that. So in case nobody heard, Amy just said, wait a second, could it be the hamsters? Could Gundam's hamsters have been doing this? That thought didn't even cross my mind. I have no idea. It's a pretty logical explanation for it, but we'll see if that's the direction they go. Not after we became just such a bro, but yeah, it would make a bunch of sense. My god, Amy.
I did not, to be fair, I did not think of that in the first place.
You didn't?
No, remember I thought
Oh no, I know you. That's why you picked it, because it didn't make sense. But also, they did make a point of showing him push the button, like the other hand, like in front of Sonya. Oh my. Okay, we'll see how that. Man, I'm okay. Where's this going? No, he didn't chuck hamsters Pikmin style. He trained the hamsters to go up and push the button himself. That same sort of idea. Because he didn't chuck the hamster. Could be a red herring. It's entirely possible. There's a lot of red herrings possibilities here, so we'll see. This fluid flowing out of Nekomaru's body. Based on the smell, it seems like oil. It seems to be flowing heaviest from Nekomaru's head, probably because that's where the fatal blow was dealt. This oil, for Nekomaru, this might be similar to normal blood in humans, which means all this oil is just a pool of robot blood. Anyway, that's a whole lot of oil. It's not going to be easy to clean up. No, now's not the time to even worry about that. I guess that for now, this is all I can do to investigate Nekomaru's body. Guess we'll check the door next. What's this? The door at the far back has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. It looks like it's a sturdy metal chain. It's wrapped around the doorknob from every direction and even has a padlock on it. Why did they do something like this? Perhaps this was used as an alternative to locking the door with a key? If that's the case, you wouldn't be able to enter this tower from the Strawberry Hall side. After all, this door should lead to Strawberry Hall.
You are right.
If they barred this side of the door with a chain, it would be impossible to open it from Strawberry Hall. But still, why would they need to bar the door to Strawberry Hall? What's this? Did you find something?
Well?
Under Nekomaru's body. No, wait. There were small rock-like fragments underneath Nekomaru's body. You didn't need to correct yourself like that. And what do you mean rock-like fragments? Here, look. There are a lot of these small fragments. It's like they fell under Nekomaru's body.
Well?
But oddly enough, these fragments are underneath though these fragments are underneath Nekomaru's body, there are hardly any on top of his body at all. What's strange about that? Is there a problem that they're not on top of his body?
Yep.
She's like, oh, this idiot. If you don't know, it's okay. It probably means they're not that important. Well, if you put it like that, now I can't help but think they're important. Halfway there, almost. I'm halfway to the max level. Woo. What is it? You seem lost in thought. Well, the final dead room. The final dead room? What the heck? Why are you bringing up that place all of a sudden? Well, the hammer on the floor, the chain wrapped around the door at the far back, and the wire that tied up Nekomaru. All the evidence at this crime scene consists of things that we've never seen inside this building, doesn't it? But as long as we can't leave, then there's no doubt that they came from somewhere within this building. So that's why you mentioned the final dead room. Monokuma said that beyond that room, there's an ultimate weapon in a place called the Octagon. Yeah, so if we think of that place as like an armory, then that's where the killer obtained their tools, right? If so, let us go confirm it. No, that's dangerous. If you go in there, you have to play the life-threatening game.
Well?
then I'll be the one who tries to confirm it. Huh? What are you saying? You were the one who said that place was dangerous, right?
You?
Man, it's noisy. I can't focus at all with all this noise. Sorry.
Not like that.
It's not you guys. There's a sound that's been ringing ever since. There's a sound that's been ringing since before the investigation started. A ringing sound since before the investigation? That reminds me, you've been mentioning that sound for a while, haven't you?
Hey.
Akane, what kind of sound is it? Hey, Lon Lon. It's like this high-pitched alarm clock sound. It's probably ringing from upstairs. Could it be? Maybe it's better if we go check out that sound first. Are you going to go check it out? Then you guys go. I'll stay here.
Then...
I shall wait here as well. Please be careful, you two. Sonia's okay, but how come you're not going, Akane?
Hey.
Well, that sound is annoying, and I don't really feel like leaving.
Hey.
Hajime, it's okay if it's just the two of us. Come on, Akane said she wants to stay here. Huh? Oh, I get it. She doesn't want to leave Nekomaru's side. I don't know if she's actually aware of that or not.
Yep.
Let's go, Hajime. Yeah, if you say so. That ringing sound is absolutely the alarm clock. Seventh Founder says, Kazuichi sus because robot, Gundam because button, Nagito because he's always sus, Chiaki because game room, Sonia because weird behavior, Fuyuhiko because Nekomaru is beat up, Akane because it's the last thing you would expect. Guess that's a good way to put it.
Yep.
Now that we've come all the way here, I can definitely hear something. Yep, it sounds like it's coming from the floor above us, but what could it be? Oh, it's the phone.
See?
Jeez, it's so noisy. It looks like that telephone is ringing. The phone, huh? I guess I'll answer it. Let's see. Just pick up the receiver and press the strawberry button, right?
Damn right.
Oh, you finally answered. That voice, is that you, Fuyuhiko? Jeez, do you know how long the phone was ringing? I was getting worried that no one would pick up. What are you guys doing? Are you all still in Strawberry House? Even if we wanted to go over there, we can't. Looks like someone broke the damn elevator. It's not moving at all. And we can't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall because the door button is broken too. So basically, we're sitting ducks here. Not only is the elevator broken, but the Strawberry Hall door is broken too.
Hey, bastard.
Hey, are you listening? Yeah, I'm listening. Anyway, everyone in Strawberry House is safe, right? We're safe, but we can't find Nekomaru anywhere. Do you know anything? Didn't you hear the body discovery announcement earlier? Damn it, so that's what it was. Shit, why did it have to be Nekomaru? He just came back to us. Where was he killed? Grape Tower. When I went there this morning, he was already... I see, Grape Tower. If the door to Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, we'd be able to enter the tower and... Holy shit, that's it! The killer broke the elevator and the Strawberry Hall door, so they could split everyone up and prevent us from doing a proper investigation. Damn it, that dirty bastard! What about another way? Is there any way you guys can come to this side? I guess we just have to let Kazuichi handle it. He said he'd take care of the elevator. I guess he's our only hope right now. You're right. Besides, if he doesn't stand out now, when the hell will he, right? Wow, even Hajime knows it. This guy sucks. Hey, Jason Rocks. Based on what Kazuichi said, it's going to be hard for him to fix the Strawberry Hall door without parts. But he said he might be able to do something about the broken elevator. We'll be waiting. Are you guys going to be okay?
Damn right.
Yeah, we'll head over there as soon as Kazuichi fixes the elevator. Until then, it's up to you bastards.
Hey.
So the call came from Strawberry House? Apparently the others can't come over here because the elevator is broken. There's no doubt this is the killer's doing. They prevented the others from coming to the crime scene. As long as the elevator is out of commission, those guys won't be able to investigate. But that's not all. For some reason, even the door button to Strawberry Hall is broken too.
Huh?
The door button to Strawberry Hall? then that door, is it blocked from both sides? There's a sturdy chain tied around it from the inside, and if the button is also broken on the outside, then yeah, that seems to be the case. So, I have an explanation for this. The killer took out Nekomaru, tied up the door so it would not be able to move with that heavy chain, left because once they left and Nekomaru was dead, they would otherwise change to the other side and they wouldn't be able to keep it to Grape Hall. Used the elevator, broke said elevator, went over and broke the button to make it seemed like it's impossible to enter from Strawberry House. Later, Oscar. I think that seems to be a pretty logical rundown of why things are the way they are. Why did the killer need to block both sides of the door? I'm not sure, but there is something strange about that. I would like to investigate that in more detail, but if they can't come over here, then we can't go over there.
Yep.
Which means, for now, it's impossible to check the final dead room. I'm not entirely comfortable with you going over there, but regardless, it's impossible now anyway. Apparently, Kazuichi is repairing the elevator. All we can do for now is put our hope in him. You're right. But Monokuma isn't going to wait. I doubt we have that much time before the class trial starts. I hope Kazuichi can fix it soon. If not... Hey, are you even listening?
Hey, bastard.
Hey, are you listening?
Damn right.
No way. Nagito, I'm talking to you. Huh?
Jeez.
Don't hum me. I figured you weren't even listening. Sorry, I was just thinking. You were probably thinking of something messed up, weren't you? But I have been listening to you. Nekomaru was killed, right? Then that body discovery announcement was referring to him.
Damn it.
Out of everyone here, it just had to be Nekomaru.
Damn it.
After what he went through to come back to us, damn it.
How pitiful.
We're playing as frickin' Nagito. So I don't think he did it. It's tantamount to being killed twice. Truly, he was a man burdened by terrible misfortune.
Hey.
Okay, so now that we know the situation over there, is it alright if I go ahead and fix the elevator? Is that alright if you wait a little bit? Before you do that, we should
Did you call for me?
get the Monokuma file, right? He's here.
Now then.
It seems you guys have noticed the incident has taken place, so this is for you.
Red bean bread and milk.
And there's a bonus item.
It's the Monokuma file. Do your best.
Come on, satisfy your hunger with this and do your very best on the investigation. Why is the Monokuma file being treated like a bonus item? Whatever, man, let's just eat. Eating should come first right now.
Damn right.
You're right. It's okay if you guys eat, but can you hear me out while you're at it?
What do you...
What is it? Well, I was thinking about what we should do, and I wanted to discuss it.
Even so.
Thanks to the killer, we can't even go to the crime scene. We have to wait until Kazuichi fixes the elevator. True, there is no doubt that the killer is responsible, but it seems as though they made a huge mistake. There's no way the symbols of hope will give up because of this little setback. There's no way everyone will just cross their arms and wait for the class trial to start. We need to do everything we can to put on our end to prepare for the class trial, right? Well, yeah.
Fine.
It seems that we too shall begin the investigation on our end, though it remains unclear how much we can do. Is this acceptable? If I show my serious side, things will not end up with mere child's play. I'm so glad. I knew you guys were pumped up from the start. How beautiful. Even though you guys are suffering from despair, I can see that you guys are still fighting for hope. Ah, such beauty. There's no higher honor for me than to investigate this murder with you guys. So we need to be grateful toward Nekomaru for becoming the foundation of this hope. Well, regardless, whose side should I be on for this case? The killer? Or the rest of you guys? I must make sure I face this case's mystery properly if I'm going to find out which side is the true hope. Hahaha. Oh boy. Getting some inner monologue there. Whew, okay. I've been reading a lot. I gotta take a bit of a drink. Alright. Hey you guys, why don't we try arranging the sequence of events in this case? You know, so we can properly understand the situation we're in.
Fine.
I have no objection. Proceed. Then let's look back at what happened this morning. We tried to use the elevator so we could participate in Monokuma Tai Chi, right?
Damn right.
Since we're staying at Strawberry House, in order for us to get to the meeting spot at Grape Tower, we need to use the elevator first to go to Grape House. That was before 7 a.m. since it was right before Monokuma Tai Chi.
Man.
But once we realized the elevator was disabled, I seriously panicked.
Anyway.
And since we couldn't do anything about it, we just tried to get inside the tower from Strawberry Hall. But when we actually got there, the button on the hall door was broken. Thanks to that, we couldn't enter the tower at all. So Fuyuhiko suggested that we use the phone and call Grape House.
This too must be
And
the
that
will of
was everything that happened this morning. I must say I'm surprised. I never expected that the elevator would be disabled. But then, how was Nekomaru able to go to Grape Tower?
Man.
Well, obviously he went before the elevator was disabled. Do we think Gundam or Kazuichi at this point? I'm still thinking I'm going to stick with Kazuichi. I'm going to stick with my initial gut. Because it makes me sad that it would be Gundam. Hey, Hera's life. And when was that?
You.
Idiot, if we knew that, this wouldn't be difficult.
Well.
Now, we might know what time he went to Grape Tower.
You serious?
Huh? Seriously?
I.
It was around sunrise. That's when I saw him going down to the first floor.
What?
You mean you personally witnessed Nekomaru going to Grape Tower?
Hey.
When was this sunrise? Was it before that rumbling sound? Huh? Rumbling sound?
Huh?
What, you don't remember? Right after the clock in the lounge started ringing, we heard a rumbling noise. Did that clock even ring in the first place?
Hey.
You didn't notice that either? Seriously, that thing was super loud. Huh, that's weird. I feel like we're not quite on the same wavelength. Well, it is what it is. There's no way you guys will ever be this on the same wavelength as trash like me. Looks like this is leading to an interesting development. So the clock rung. Interesting.
The night is my domain.
You must have been in deep slumber last night to not notice the alarm in that rumbling noise. I see. You must have been possessed by a wandering succubus. For you to avoid being snatched away to the world of the dead. I knew you had the devil's luck. Well, my luck is my only good quality. Hey, you said that you witnessed Nekomaru at sunrise, right? Can you explain to me that in a little more detail? I was so hungry yesterday that I couldn't sleep. I figured it was nearly morning, so I went to go check the clock in the lounge. Turns out I was totally off. It was still around 5 a.m.
Hey.
And that's when it happened. I heard the sound of the door closing off in the distance. When I stuck my head out from the lounge, I saw Nekomaru's back. He was about to go down to the first floor. I thought about running after him, but I didn't have the energy or willpower to do it. If I knew something like this would happen, I would have mustered the strength to follow him.
Hey.
But why would Nekomaru wander off so early in the morning? I was wondering about that too. I mean, I already knew I wasn't going to get... Excuse me. I already knew I wasn't going to get any sleep. So I just sat in the lounge, stared off into space for no real reason, and waited for him to come back.
Jeez.
And that's when the clock in the lounge started ringing. Thanks to that loud alarm, I completely forgot about Nekomaru. Until just now. Then, from the time you saw Nekomaru until the alarm rang, you were at the lounge the whole time? But what were you doing during that time? By chance, were you thinking about everything that's happened so far and getting choked up? What? Huh? Was I right? Of course not, asshole. You're completely wrong. I'm sorry. You're completely right. And I thought you were reminiscing about Pekka or something. But that can't be right. After all, you already know how pointless it is to cling to memories of the dead. Hey Kazuichi, if you don't mind, can you inform me? That stuff about a rumbling noise and the ringing clock, what was all that about? Seriously, you don't know? You're so kind, Kazuichi. Thank you for actually taking the time to explain it to me. Huh? So that's how it is. Fine, I'll tell you. It happened last night. I was sleeping peacefully in my room when all of a sudden I heard this huge sound. The hell? The sound was super loud, so I rushed out of my room. And as I went down the hall toward the lounge,
What are you doing?
This raucous... It's louder than the supreme ruler of the netherworld bellowing for a sacrifice.
Don't go making all that noise so suddenly. It's not me.
5:30, the same time as that loud bang that we heard from it before.
The wall clock just started ringing. I was just trying to stop it. Then hurry up and stop it already. I know. I'm in the middle of doing that.
And that's when the sound finally stopped. Man, that totally freaked me out. Well, I'm definitely wide awake now.
What did you do to me?
My mental defenses were bombarded with sonic resonance. Fuyuhiko, was this not your doing just now?
Shut up.
Why would anyone do something so childish? You must have rushed over after hearing that sound, but you sure seemed to get there pretty fast.
Well, yeah.
Well, I didn't rush over here. I was at the lounge by coincidence. Coincidence,
Huh?
What, do you doubt me?
Hey.
Whatever. I don't give a crap, but it's 5:30 a.m.
Oh, man.
Man, thanks to Fuyuhiko, I woke up early for no reason. I should go back to sleep. What was that sound?
What's going on?
So the heavy sound happened with the three of them here. What the hell happened? Was some sort of trap laid out? From 5 to 5:30 that... This might be the... I'm trying to remember the the mysteries of the first game, but this might be the best mystery of the series so far. I have bits and pieces, but like the fact that we see that every character is occupied with something, it seems. Huh. Did not feel like it shook.
Hey.
There's no way this building is going to collapse, right?
Hey.
Hey, Kazuichi, stop clinging to me. And that's what happened. I see. So you're... Excuse me. I see. So you're the one who was clinging to Fuyuhiko. That's not the important part. And what happened afterward? Did you guys just separate?
Hey.
We decided to wait things out, but in the end, nothing else happened.
Also.
And not just that, we all felt really weak. So we decided to just go back to our rooms for a while. I see. Yep, what you said just now was extremely important. Thanks to that, I've thought of one suspicious person.
What?
Who are you talking about? Me, of course. Huh? I mean, isn't it strange? I was the only one who didn't notice an alarm that was so loud everyone else came out of their rooms. Well, the same goes for that rumbling noise that you guys heard after that.
Right, you.
Better not be trying to confuse the shit out of us. Of course I'm not. For now.
Hey.
That for now line is what is making us even more worried. Anyway, it seems there's no doubt that what you guys just told me is a very important clue. The wall clock alarm that you heard first, and the rumbling noise that came right after. Now then, how do these noises relate to this case? Yep, I get it now. Thanks to everyone's detailed information, I'm slowly getting a grasp of the situation. If I put events in chronological order, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 5 a.m. Oh, I'm glad you guys are keeping your lips sealed. I'd be upset otherwise, that's for sure. That's the time Nekomaru apparently went down to the first floor. At 5:30 a.m., the alarm clock in the lounge started ringing. When that happened, you two woke up and left your rooms to go to the lounge where Fuyuhiko was. Right after that, you heard a strange rumbling sound that didn't quite make sense.
Let's make history.
Now that I think about it, something might have happened to Nekomaru during that noise. If so, that must have been Nekomaru's final scream before he breathed his last. Oh, no, I thought that was Gundam. Hold on, if Nekomaru died when we heard that sound, doesn't that mean we have an alibi? Alibi?
I mean...
When we heard that rumbling noise, we were at the lounge, you know. If that's when the killer murdered Nekomaru, then we have a solid alibi.
I get it.
Can't argue with that. Kazuichi, I'm still suspicious. I'm still suspicious of Kazuichi. It might be too soon to declare that just yet. We can't be certain unless we first clear up the mystery surrounding that rumbling noise. A rumbling noise, huh? Did something heavy fall over or something? Also, based on what everyone just told me, there's another thing I'm curious about. You all heard the alarm clock in the lounge go off just before the rumble. What do you suppose that means? Somehow, the alarm clock in Nekomaru's chest, it was connected to the alarm clock here, which somehow caused the pillar to fall and crush his head. How he was moved after that fact, I have no freaking clue. But he was knocked out. But he was knocked out for sure. No doubt about it. The button was pushed at that point. He was positioned underneath the pillar. Somehow something was attached that he moved his arm, like did a rocket punch or whatever, with whatever that wire was tied to, pulled over the pillar, crushed him, killed him. The killer got back over here. That's what I'm going with right now. That's machine based. That's what I'm like. That man, there is two very good arguments for Kazuichi or Gundam. Gundam is just a simple hamsters did it with all that stuff. But Kazuichi, hey, haven't we talked enough? I really think I should repair the elevator soon. Oh my, you're still here. Once the elevator's fixed, I'm not going to let you anywhere near it. And so Kazuichi ran down the stairs, complaining for some reason. So what should we do now? There's something I wanted you to do. After the elevator's fixed, there's something I want you to investigate. What is it? The clocks in the first floor lounges of both Grape House and Strawberry House. Right after that, you heard a strange rumbling sound that didn't quite make sense. Huh? Why? I'll tell you later.
Bastard.
Fine, but why are you asking me? You can investigate that yourself. I would investigate it myself, but by the time the elevator's fixed, there's a chance I might not be with you all anymore. Huh? Anyway, I'm counting on you. That bastard doesn't make any sense. Now then, here comes the main event. There's only one thing I can do for them. I can go to that place for everyone's sake. I can't let them face that danger. I must be the pariah who goes in their place. Well, we know where that is.
Damn right.
That's it. I should investigate one more time before I head over there. The elevator and the door at the far back of the Strawberry Hall. Just in case it might be good to check and make sure they're really blocked off. Nekomaru set this all up to kill himself so his friends could eat. I mean, that would mirror the fourth kill in the first game. Piece of trash. Yeah, whatever. If I press the button next to the elevator, the door should open so I can ride it. But nothing happens when I press it. Looks like it's definitely broken. Hey, what are you doing? You're getting in the way of my repairs. Hey, why did the elevator break in the first place? Oh, the killer malfunctioned the safety device. Look, you see that silver cover under the button? It looks like that's the elevator's control panel. They probably opened it up and messed with the settings. But the cover is locked, so they wouldn't have been able to open it unless they had some kind of tool. Are there any tools in this building? No, there shouldn't be. I don't really know if they forced it open with a tool anyway. The control panel on this side wasn't the one that was forced open. I see. It's the control panel on the Grape House side that's broken then.
Yeah.
If the one on this side isn't broken, that's the only thing I can think of. I'm pretty sure there should be a control panel over there too. Plus, the elevator is stuck on the Grape House side. Wouldn't that mean the last person who used this elevator went to Grape House? Yep, it's official. The elevator was disabled on the other side. Huh. Oh, there's a really long section coming up. Hey, I don't have time to talk to you. Hurry up and go away. Jeez, I'm trying to do repairs without any tools. No matter how much time I get, it won't be enough. If you don't have any tools, why don't you use this? Huh?
Whoa.
Is this a multi-tool? Where'd you get something like this? I had it with me before I even arrived at the 4th island. If we're going to explore a new island, it's essential to bring this kind of equipment, right?
You serious?
A guy like you has been walking around with a dangerous tool this whole time. Huh? Is there something wrong? It's nothing. Then I'll let you have this. Your repairs might go faster now, right? But in exchange, I want you to do something. What? That multi-tool has a compass. After the elevator is fixed, I want you to ride the elevator and see how the compass reacts. What the hell for? Well, to be honest, there's something I still don't understand regarding the structure of this building. So please, I really need this information to find out the relationship between the building and the elevator. I don't really get it, but, well, as long as I'm just checking a compass, I don't mind. I'm glad, then I'll leave the rest to you. Nagito is smart, that's the thing. No, I don't think Nagito is the one. We're playing as Nagito now. It would, but I just don't see it. It just seems out of character, honestly. I just don't see. He wants to see the ultimates too much. He's willing to help for murder stuff, but he's also not one to go ahead on his own, other than the first one where he's just trying to get things kicked off, willing to sacrifice himself. Now that it's started, he doesn't care as much. I can only think of one reason why the killer barred the door to the Strawberry Hall. They wished to prevent me from going to the crime scene, which means the killer was afraid of the conclusion promised by my assumptions. Yep, definitely broken there. It's the Strawberry Hall door that leads to the tower. The button is broken. There's no way it'll open. As I recall, based on what Fuyuhiko told Hajime over the phone, the other side of this door is also barred with chains. They must have been really cautious to go to the trouble of barring the door from both sides. Something about that seems a little suspicious.
Let's make history.
The killer's intent. I can think of only one explanation. Gundam. Perhaps they intended to keep me from entering the scene of the crime.
Well.
Which means the killer was afraid. I already read this. Yeah, that was probably it. Just as I thought, there's no mistaking it. The elevator and the Strawberry Hall door look like they're completely broken. I didn't expect the contact elevator to be disabled from Grape House. As long as it's disabled, there's no way to move between houses, which means the person who disabled the elevator would be stuck at Grape House. That person, they should still be at Grape House, but... No, it's too soon to form an answer. But I won't be too late to find the answer, even after I finish investigating that room. Alright. Well, you all say this next thing is pretty long, so I guess we'll save it for next time. This is a hell of a mystery. I don't think it's one of the girls, though. Absolutely do not. I think it really does come down to either Gundam or Kazuichi. Don't skip it, it's fun. They give you the option, but don't skip it. Oh, I won't skip it. I will definitely not skip it. It's a shame to have to end a little early, but I mean, if it's going to be a long sequence and we can't save, it makes sense so we don't go too late. But may take about 20 minutes. Yeah, we'll wait then. We'll give it time in that case. But yeah, next time we will finish up the investigation and get to the actual trial. Highly doubt. I mean, wonder how the trial is actually going to go. If it's a long one or a short one, or how it's all broken down. I honestly don't know. But I'm loving this mystery, the split up, all that stuff. There's some really fun stuff here. So we'll see how it all goes. Long, I think. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if this is one of the longer mystery trials and all that. Now tomorrow, the reason, definitely big reason we're not going long tonight is that I might end up going long tomorrow. All depends, because tomorrow is going to be the finale of Pikmin 2. I am already in one of the going through one of the caverns, and there's only one left after that. So hard to say if that's going to go well. It's going to be rough. I have no idea. But the goal tomorrow is to finish Pikmin 2 have that all taken care of, and be able to move on to another game for that one. Of course, we'll be back on Wednesday as well as we continue playing through Metroid Prime Remastered, getting closer to the end of that game as well. And yeah, of course, next Sunday, we'll be back for more Danganronpa 2. And if you guys are excited to see my thoughts on Xenoblade, you can see Amy's thoughts as well. Like if you want, I'm sure it'll be fun to see Amy experience the end of Xenoblade 2 Future Redeemed. If you want to watch her on Saturday over at Belle Aim, that'll be fun. That'd be a fun one. Otherwise, yeah. Got all that. Let's see if we can raid real quick. Any of my go here. Let's see. We can either raid Momo Pokemon again, who's playing more Metroid Prime Remastered, or the Emu Emmy, suggested by Sonic. What are they playing? Somebody Amigo version 2000. So Somebody Amigo or Metroid Prime Remastered. And we could raid Nocturnal Hannah again. I thought you suggested her once before. That's alright. I'm seeing more people save Emmy, so we'll go with Somebody Amigo. And for our raid message, let's go with trying to think of something fun, but no, not Great Tower. I'm not feeling Can't Open. Hungry Dance? Does that make any sense? I don't even know. Because I'm trying to combine our stream with her stream. Hamster Dance. You know what? I like it. I like it. Hamster Dance. Hamster Dance it is. All right. Let's start the raid up for the Emu Emmy. And start that up. So yeah, thank you. Once again, thank you all for joining me. Really do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow for Pikmin 2 if you want to watch that, the finale of that. Otherwise, if you're only here for Danganronpa, we'll be back next Sunday, same time, to check out the final Dead Room and beyond. So, till then, bye.